The muzzle is off. Let go of the shame, remove all the pain, block it out like a troll on your timeline. The past is what made you who you are today. Embrace it, let it go like an exhale. Remove it, remove it, remove it. The muzzle is off.
Wow, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the Muzzle is Off podcast. And I am your host, Miss Nakia Monet. And we're about to really get into a real conversation here. I figured it was about time that I get a whole panel of men up here so that we can discuss some things that I feel is important for us to discuss. And I think that, at least I felt that it was time for us to literally hear men's voices. So, welcome all you fine men to the Muzzle is Off podcast. If you guys would like, please introduce yourself. We're going to start with Ty, then Jamel, then Doni, then we're going to go to Sincere, then Dre, and then we'll hit Jamal, and then Quill.
What's up, everybody? I'm Ty. I'm born and raised North, 42 years of age. I'm a cancer, occupation, correction officer. Just living my life, man, and staying safe out here.
What's good? My name is Jamel. I am a musician. Live in New York. And I call myself a jack of all trades, trying to master something. About it.
Peace, everybody. Doni, aka Mr. Addicted to Fitness, owner of Addicted to Fitness Gym, Fitness Center, and what you see behind me, Gallery 603, event space over here in Union, New Jersey. Capricorn, word is born. That's all I gotta say.
Is it on me?
It's on you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sincere Walker. I'm a personal trainer. But
salute.
My day job,
salute.
Salute. Fitness is my life. But what pays the bills is I'm a contractor. I have my truck in the LLC, so I'm trying to get a couple of trucks pretty soon. I'm a Gemini. My birthday is in May 23rd to be exact. I'm 29.
Go ahead, Dre.
What's going on? I'm Joy Rumble. Also a podcaster every Tuesday night, Raw and Uncut. I'm a rapper. Also a Capricorn. You already know.
Hey.
We in the building.
Hey.
Dre, you an activist too. We ain't gonna forget that.
Yeah, that too.
I'm sorry. Before the next person go, I'm also a full-time Facebook comedian. I'm sorry.
That is true.
I like it.
all day. You don't stop. That's the truth.
I
Go
just
ahead,
don't get
Jamal.
paid.
We're gonna need to get you paid for all them jokes you crack on here,
Yeah.
especially all them cougar jokes. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Jamal. Friend, we can't hear you.
Can you?
Oh, now we can. Go ahead.
My name's Maul. Born and raised in New Jersey. I'm a published author, curator, and content creator. A Leo. And what's going on, everybody? And Todd, what's up, fam? What up? What up? Right.
Ty said I gotta look closer. Ty said, in behind the scenes, we're gonna have to figure that out. All right, go ahead, Quill. Quill, what happened to your camera?
Hey, I turned my drain off. Like my connection is horrible where I am.
Oh, all right, go
Yeah,
ahead.
mine is too.
Yeah. My name Quill. I'm a sound engineer slash event manager slash production manager from Jersey,
Ain't you from North?
from North, of
Act like
course,
you
South
from.
Side.
Oh, okay, about to say, act like you from North.
Chill.
Go ahead, Marcus.
All right. My name is Marcus.
AKA what?
AKA Marcus.
AKA Teddy. Y'all act like Marcus don't want to call himself Teddy. Act like y'all do. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah. I'm originally from South Florida, but I stay in Maryland. I'm a mental health professional, entrepreneur. Since everybody calling their signs out, I'm a Taurus. I'm stubborn as they come. And yeah, that's about it.
We know. You are stubborn. That's why you didn't want to call yourself Teddy. Listen, so I had everybody introduce themselves for a reason. There's always a reason behind everything that we do, right? So I think that it is important that we do understand that Black men do work. How about that? Who is vibrating and didn't put their phone on do not disturb? I felt that whole vibration in my whole ear on this side. But Black men do work. Black men are entrepreneurs. Black men carry a lot of weight. And I think that it's important that we truly realize that, we honor that, and we actually respect that, right? Because oftentimes when we discuss Black men, we don't always discuss Black men in the light in which they deserve. So I want to applaud y'all for everything that y'all do, and for what y'all actually do contribute to us as Black women. I do have on my good earrings that say, you know what I'm saying, Black women are dope. And I said to myself, I said, you know, I'm gonna have to get some earrings made that say Black men are dope. So wear one on Black men, wear the other one on Black women, because we gotta represent and support each other. So let's get this whole conversation started.
Wait. And the last thing you forgot is Black men don't cheat. Don't forget that.
That's a damn lie.
Don't forget that.
We definitely cheat though.
Well, we not.
I'm being sarcastic.
Well, we can hit that off. Somebody hashtag Black men don't cheat. There it is.
Right. Black men don't cheat.
Same way how Black women don't cheat. We know that's a lie too. Oh, okay. Look, I've been to start some shit. Black women only cheat because the Black man cheated first. How about that? I'm joking. Don't quote me on that. Anyway.
I was almost triggered.
You know what I'm saying? Wait, we're gonna hit those triggers though. That's important. See that? All right.
But I manage my trunk.
You know what? Ain't nobody ask you what you manage over here. We gonna get there. Let's start with this because Jamel over here, because he want to start some shit from last week. That's all right though. I think one of the most debatable topics out here is this number one thing. If a man moves, let's say a man and a woman, let's not say a man moves in with a woman moves in with a man. If a man and a woman decide that they're going to cohabitate and live together, whether they are married or whether they're just in a nice, exclusive, committed relationship and they decide, listen, this is what we want to do, who is responsible? Are you splitting bills 50-50? Is it going to be 60-40? Is it going to be 70-30? Is the man going to literally support what is necessary to live, i.e., we got to give examples: rent, mortgage, gas, electric, water, groceries, maybe cable if he like football, stuff like that. Sincere?
Can I chime in first, or somebody want to go first?
I said it
You
all.
said they want. Yeah, you said they want to go first.
All right, listen. I mean, to each his own, and I live with my share of women. I guess it depends on both of y'all financial situation. I mean, if we're both in the same pay range, me as a man, like, I'm not gonna sit here and let her pay more than what I'm paying. I mean, I live by the 70-30 rule. Like, if I pay and she pay utilities. You know what I mean? If she's still, even if she's making more than me, like, then if she want to go 50-50, that's fine with me. But I mean, like, if circumstances change where she's stable or out of work, then I'm hold the fort now. I mean, you shouldn't be moving there with nobody anyway, unless unless y'all serious about each other. But I think both should contribute. Like I said, if y'all, if you make a little more, if y'all on the same page, I think the man should pay. I think the man should pay more, but the woman should contribute. How about? I mean, I'm not the type to, not the type to, me busting my ass at work, spending all my money while you saving your shit and you buy whatever you want to buy for yourself. So I mean, we like you said, we cohabitate this together. So we both contribute.
My first thing that I want to speak to is I feel like I piggyback on what he's saying. I feel like it should be depending on where both you are at financially. But I also want to like talk about how oftentimes, not all women, but a lot of women, they want to pick and choose, when things are even or not even. Like they want to be able to do everything we do, except for when it comes to bills. They want to do everything. I mean, they want all the perks. They can do. Oh, we can do everything. They want. They want to get, and they should. I'm not saying women shouldn't get paid as much as men. I'm not saying they should have the same right. But what I'm saying is they pick and choose when it's okay. Okay, I want to be a woman, and I want to be taken care of when it comes to financial situations. And then when you don't do it or you don't conform to they wants, they try to make you feel like less than. And I always was taught like I was raised by my mom and for the most part like my brothers, and what I was taught was a man provides for his wife, right? So she said in the beginning, if you're married, if you're not married, I'm not providing for no woman that's not my wife. That's one. Because in a lot of these situations, I'm gonna speak to my generation. A lot of these women date for security purposes because they can't afford a life. They want you to afford them a lifestyle that they can't afford for themselves. So they have you getting them and doing things for them that they can't do for themselves. And as I told you, I was raised by my mom, and a lot of things she told me was that when you dating a woman, a female, especially when y'all around the same age, then she shouldn't be putting or coming into that situation, putting her dead weight on you and expecting you to save the day. Because then, us as men, we have our own issues that we deal with. We deal with things, and we have financial problems, ups and downs, and bills, and and stuff like that. Let alone taking on somebody else's bills and weight and financial burden. So I feel like it depends, totally on the two people in a relationship, and I think it should be an open discussion. But this notion that a man is supposed to provide and do this, and I'm supposed to do bare minimum, but out straight out their face with straight face. They want equal rights. They want equal this. They want equal this. They want everything equal, except for when it comes to spending money. And so that's where it's a disconnect for me.
I'm gonna go last on this one, but I need y'all. Y'all could go ahead. Whoever want to go next, because I'm gonna go last. Marcus, Jamal, Quill, Dre, because Dre, you mad? Dre said, Dre.
Dre trying to get in trouble.
Come on, man.
Let me find out.
Happy wife, happy life.
Hey, Dre. So talk about it.
On that boat.
So talk about it. Talk
Happy
about
wife,
it.
happy life.
Talk about it.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
Oh
No,
man.
let me find out. I need to get Chantel on here. Dre, Chantel, your husband up here trying to act like where she at? Let me find out. She need to come sit next to you.
Nope, she drinking her what's that? What's Simply Lemonade?
Dre, you gotta go to the truck, man. You gotta go to the truck. You gotta go to the truck, bro, so you can actually talk, bro.
So here's my thing, and this is what I tell people. Whatever works for your home works for your home. I'm not I don't combat whatever. If a woman is sitting there, first of all, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clear.
If a woman wants to find a man that's gonna solely take care of the bills, do your thing, mama. If she down with splitting 50-50, 70-30, 60-40, yo, whatever works for your home, y'all do that. That's the only, because every household is different, you know what I'm saying? So I can't give an opinion on what works for somebody else's household. I just feel like whatever it is y'all agree to. But I do kind of agree with I don't know if that was what Sincere said. Women don't start a battle and then switch up your argument. It's either if you want, like, you can't be out here talking this independent women thing, but then at the same time talking about, oh, I need somebody to take care of my nails. And no. Do your thing, Beyonce. You an independent woman. I see you. I see you do your thing. But at the end of the day, as far as building and relationship wise, whatever y'all agree to before y'all buy that house or rent that apartment out, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all thing. I ain't in nobody's bedroom but mine.
You better be in that bedroom, sir. Okay.
Well, my take, salute to you for that, Dre. My take on that, man, like me personally, I mean, this is a touchy one because it's different. It's so many different scenarios, so many different situations. It's not like one solid answer across the board. I mean, me personally, myself, if the person that I'm dealing with, like, communication is numero uno, because it's going to be situations where she may be making more than me. I may be making more than her. We both may be right here. So we're going to put things on paper. I'm a communicator. So it's like, a lot of people out here leave things, sit back. It's kind of like that, go out to eat and you didn't even talk about who's going to pay for the bill. That black thing, that little black book get laid on the table. Everybody like this, who's going to grab it? No, you should be communicating. You should already know who's going to pay for that before that even comes to the table. So I feel the same way when it comes to bills. Like, who's to say that I get injured tomorrow and we just made a pact that, okay, I'm going to hold it down, all the bills. Now she's lost. Guess what? The apartment is gone. The house is gone. Everything is gone because y'all got into this little thing to where it's just all on me. Nah, it can't be like that. It has to be some type of balance. It has to be some type of communication to where if I'm with you, we both going to have a little side nest egg over here for situations like that. But I wasn't raised to be the one paying all the bills. I was raised to have my money to where I can afford to pay all the bills, because who's to say she may not leave me tomorrow?
Dawn, you kind of went out. Can you go back to the kind of example that you gave? I wanted to hear that again.
Which hold on, let me That's better. Y'all can hear me good now?
Yes, sir. But where you was talking about the example you gave with the paying of the stuff, like if something happens to you or whatever, how she won't know.
Yeah. It's like my thing is, you know, if a couple in a situation where it's solely on the man, like y'all, she's just used to him, the man, paying for everything, right? If that's what you're used to, you know what she gonna do with her check every week? She's gonna blow it. She go because you leaving her, you putting her in a position to where she only have to pay this and that. Now, like I said, everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? The type of woman I want, even if I was the type to pay all of the bills, right? That don't mean that you're out there to spend recklessly. Like you still need to be sitting on a little something.
Right.
You need to be in a position to where if something happens to me tomorrow, you can hold those bills down for at least 6 months. That's how I was raised. You know, I was always raised like that to be in position to where you don't need any woman. You know, want a woman, but to need a woman, no. Put yourself in the position to where, and you guys are growing together. So me personally, I'm not paying all the bills. I'm just not.
I agree with him 110%, and also I think a lot of this mentality. I didn't hear everybody's age, but a lot of this mentality comes from like social media and the fucking shade room and things like that, putting ideas in people's minds and these younger women's heads, and they start to believe that like you shouldn't have to do anything. But
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Right. Like, and then it becomes a thing. Before I let the next person go, it becomes a thing where it's like you get attacked or you're less than if you don't do this. If you don't do this, that means you're not this type of man. Or if you don't pay for this,
or you're not a man at all.
Dick and right. That's not big dick. And they start listening to this goofy shit on the internet, and they start to believe that that's reality. You understand? Like
what you using as your audio?
Huh?
What you using as your audio? You're cutting in and out, and I think people need to hear what you're saying right now.
Hold on, let me. I got the headset on. Let me see if I cut my head and just talk through my phone. Hold on. Let me say, hold on.
Oh, okay, come through clear.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah, whatever you did, it worked.
It's coming through. It's clear. Okay. What I said was a lot of this. How much? What part didn't you hear?
It was just everything was choppy, but we could make it out.
Most of it, you were just chopping up.
Now he done went by. You know what? Darn internet. Listen here. We're gonna need to pay for higher internet packages, y'all, in 2021. It works. Okay?
Oh, nah, we good over here.
Higher internet packages all 2021. I'm about to be the promoter for all of that. All right. See, I'm gonna tell y'all who I am. Go ahead, but I need y'all to talk first before I do, because I'm a woman. This is the men. Let the men speak. I could bring big dick. I could bring big dick energy though. Just saying.
Honestly, can y'all hear me?
What happened?
Can y'all hear me?
I don't have one, but I can bring the energy.
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Word.
Okay. I'm sorry, my thing had booted me out. But I was saying they get a lot of this ideology from like the internet, the shade room, watching rappers and the bitches they fuck with, and all of these type of mindsets that they believe are true, that they believe should really happen, and it's not really reality. Like, oh yeah, you should buy me a Birkin bag. Like, you ain't never had a Birkin bag in your life. Like, I mean, like, but I should buy it. Like, it's so all of these type of things, like all of these type of things come from stuff that they.
from trends.
Right. Yeah. How you asking me how you promoting you an independent woman but asking me to upgrade you? Like that don't make sense.
Beyonce said, let me upgrade you. Put you in
Yeah.
some new things.
If she want a Birkin bag and she don't got one for herself, then she don't deserve one. I think.
Right, Jamal. Right.
She should already have Birkin bag under her clutch. Like she should be good on that. Where if he added to that, he added to a collection. He's not the main one solely providing the Birkin bag for the first time ever.
I agree.
Right.
You got to be the change you want to see. So if you want that in your life, you got to be already living that life.
Right. I think when it boils down to it, marriage is really for the mature. Marriage is, there has to be a certain level of maturity that you enter into it within your mind, that you understand that, number one, marriage is about a joint venture. It's a joint venture. And if one person is doing all the work, as in all of the providing, then especially in this day and age where jobs are paying less and jobs are hard to find, especially in this COVID time and stuff like that, like there has to be an understanding that, if we're going to build this quote unquote kingdom together, that it has to be done together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that guy to just give you everything while you're sitting on your behind. I love a girl that's a go-getter. A woman that's a go-getter is an amazing thing because when you get with her, she'll inspire you and push you to go harder. And the more you go, the more she go. It's that's what a real power couple is in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just be sitting on your butt at home talking about, nah, I just want to be a stay-at-home wife. Well, then you ain't the one for me. I need that wife that's gonna be out there really putting in work. If I'm putting in work, you gotta be putting in work. We gotta be building this together. Now, I will say that I was married before, and being married before, I paid all the bills. I made sure to do that. But I also made sure from time to time, like, hey, if I knew I had it, I would tell her, hey, babe, I ain't got it. What's up? I wanted to see where she was. I wanted to see, are you really on board for real? Because one thing you will always know about people is that where their treasure is where their heart is. If you putting money into this, then I know you real about what you want to happen here. I know that you're real about building something special, building something that'll last. But if you're not willing to put your money here, you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is, then something automatically starts to smell fishy. You know, I could see if this was my father's day or my grandfather's day, because those were different times, different days. And like the brothers already stated, if you over here talking all of this women's lib stuff, which I have no problem with, then you have to back. You can't talk women's lib and live bedwench.
All right, so let's do this then. Because I think we done beat this good
But
dead
can I
horse.
say something, Nakia?
Go ahead. Okay.
Can I say something real quick?
Just the men. Go
Y'all
ahead.
hear me good?
Hear you good.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Jamal just said something that I really this is key. These days and times are different, man. There's a lot of people who age brackets matter. So it's a lot of people who came up and their parents taught them certain things. Like grandparents, it's different. Back then, our grandparents came up to where most of the women, they just stayed home. You know, Papa was a Rolling Stone, whatever, and she still stayed home. Even like most of our, just gotta be real. Most of our grandfathers just out there just being sluts, you know, and they doing what they do, but grandma's still home and they just taking it. They didn't have jobs like that. You know what I'm saying? So women empowerment is a little different now. So back then it's like they just took whatever and still, he's the breadwinner. Times are different now. Now it's like you can't go by that. You can't go by that. And it's a lot of women that they're conditioned, they're taught that to where, oh girl, well, he better do this, he better do that, because when I came up or grandma said this. So it's like if you're not strong enough mentally to understand that these days and times are different, you living your life down that same, with that same mindset, going down that same path, and it's like path of destruction, if you ask me. Because if you don't know how to get it yourself, you're gonna always looking for that man to do that because this is what you're taught.
Very true.
Absolutely. Then complain that they don't like being treated like a trophy or object. That's the flip side. They want you to do everything.
And wait. I'm sorry. Before we close the topic, I think Nikhil was about to move on. They will want you to. Some women will want you to take care of them, but at the same time, tell you with a straight face, don't try to control me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If I'm paying all the bills,
that's the flip side. Definitely a flip side. They don't like to be
I want some whole wheat pancakes.
Let me say this. Since he dropped off, he'll be back home.
I want whole wheat pancakes. I'm paying all the bills. You're gonna make me whole
wheat
pancakes.
If my man was paying all the bills, he gonna have all the whole wheat pancakes he want. You feel me? That's just me though. But
yeah.
That's Nikia. Nikia is very different. I'm gonna give y'all my take on it, and then we're gonna move on to the next question. And I'm gonna give y'all my take because I've answered this question 1,000 times.
Yeah, we don't want to hear your take. It's mental.
I'm giving my take on it, okay? Because
Dre for president. Dre for president.
With my take, I'm gonna give y'all.
We hear your take on Facebook all the time. Let us know.
Dre. I see, but my take is I agree with everything that y'all said. I really do. I agree with everything that y'all said because I do believe that it is for the couple. Everybody got to decide what works well for them. Period. You know what I'm saying? A woman, you know what? Don't come. I'm over here giving y'all good accolades. You want to come to my time? You know what? That's all right. And you know what? It is about time because it's about time that we begin to recognize at the end of the day, if everybody puts in their value, my whole thing is this. Let's just hypothetically say, I get a man, he say, you know what, babe, I got the bills, but here's what I need you to do. I need you to stack. Whatever it is, I need you to stack, right? I'm going to stack. I'm not buying all the bags in the world. I'm not shopping. I'm not doing none of that. If he tell me I need you to stack, then I'm going to stack. Why? Because we're securing the future. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times, sometimes that gets a little misconstrued with the message because everybody begins to become offended as opposed to listening to what a man is actually saying. If a man says, listen, we need to split this stuff 50-50, there's a reason for 50-50. At the same time, if I'm used to paying 100% and you're about to knock my 100 down to 50, okay, I might be able to deal with that. Why? Because you're knocking my 100 down to 50. So now I know that I'm used to paying 100% all by myself. So I can literally stash that 50. So we still building upon this 50, right? So I just believe that at the end of the day, everybody got to do what works for them, but everybody has to build for a future. That's what we're building for. If I get with a man, we should be preparing for a future, not just living for today. That's my whole take on everything. Period. That's my whole take on it.
It's a partnership.
When it comes down to relationships, it is a partnership. And I think the problem is that people move further away from that partnership and they begin to become individuals in a partnership, and that don't work because when you become an individual in a partnership, this is where issues begin to arise, which brings me to the next good topic.
Hey, wait,
right?
Kid.
Go ahead.
Before you ask that question, let me say this, right? Reality is this: social media has put a damper on what relationships is in this day and age. I come from the environment of my dad literally working every day to take care of my mom, and my brother. So from that alone, I would suggest that if I was married or seriously dating someone, I would take care of all of the bills, which I have in the past. Um, I think we get it misconstrued because of all these posts with the shade room and everything on social media. It's like we go in a circle and we don't really understand why. But the reality is most men will in fact do what they see their households doing. So for me, if I was in a relationship or married, I'm just going to take care of them bills because that's what I was taught to do. That's what I seen as a child. And even growing up, my dad always did that. So, like, I don't know. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, that's the right thing to do.
See, and I think that all, like you said, it ties into upbringing, right? Because at the end of the day, you actually saw it first. You saw it firsthand with your father. But if everybody doesn't see that firsthand with their father and it seems like it's an old concept, that's not going to resonate well with everybody because what they did not see, it wasn't the norm. And I think that's the issue. The issue is what actually is the norm for each individual person. For me personally, my norm was not seeing my father take care of the whole household. And I'm just being real. That was not my norm. And part of that not being my norm was the reason why I overcompensated for men in my life to where I took care of men. Like I literally took care of men. Like Nakia
Hey,
was
wait.
taking care of everything. So it really depends on what the norm is for what a person sees and also the character and the integrity and the morality of that person to say, I ain't gonna watch her like struggle, losing. I lost my edges trying to pay all bills. I'm just saying,
What?
edges was gone.
Yo,
All right,
absolutely. But let me put
edges
this
was
disclaimer out there
Marcus.
too.
Nah,
Edges was gone. You hear me?
you just getting old.
Hey, let me say this because I don't want y'all to get this shit misconstrued. Like my mom got married when I was 2, so she wasn't with my biological father, and the guy that she married, that's my dad. You feel me? That's my father. He taught me how to use the bathroom. He's responsible for my business and everything. So for me, I just have a different perspective or outlook on a lot of things because of him.
And that's respectable and it's also commendable. I commend that. Listen, well, we talk, and at the end of the day, my dad is not my biological father, but he also raised me since I was 2. However, I didn't see him pay all the bills in that house and take
And some of us men, we haven't even had a man in our house. So
right.
the woman was doing everything. But
Mm-hmm.
yet when we grew older, we made it a point to say we're not, because we saw our mom struggling, we don't want it to be that way with the woman or whoever we choose to date or court. It was just like we didn't have a man to show us anything. We became the man of the house.
True indeed.
And that's real. And that's real. So let me ask you. Let's lay that down, ladies. Y'all heard these men, okay? It's a balancing act, okay, and it's whatever works for your relationship.
It has
So
to be
when you get
mutually beneficial.
everything, got to be mutually beneficial. So when you get with a man,
Communication.
Yes.
and stop laying out your list of demands because it's gonna bring me to my next question, which is what irritates y'all about women that makes you literally exit stage left?
That's
So
funny.
late.
It's like a lot.
Wow.
These are my deal
Damn.
Oh
breakers.
man, that's a law.
Yo,
Where do we
That's a
start?
law. That's a
Where
lawless of laundry.
do we start?
That's a lawless. That's a
listen
lawless.
here.
That's a lawless of laundry.
Where
Listen here.
do we start?
Wait, y'all see my muscle? Get it, Donnie. I'm just saying, pointing.
Flexing.
Y'all see
I
that?
see you.
That's my guy from 603. Salute to him from Gallery 603. I had my
Jamal, what's going
ready.
on, my brother?
How are
Jamal,
you? I can't
Jamal,
really
what's
see.
going
So I'm
on?
like, wait, hold on. That's
I'm
my
good,
boy.
my brother.
I'm good at yourself.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
see
sir.
the banner in the
I'm
back.
good.
I got souped up for a minute.
Okay.
You already?
I got souped up when I saw my arm. I was like, you know what? All right, but what I'm saying is,
So,
talk to us. What makes y'all exit stage left and be like, nah? F all of this. I don't even care what she got. She could be the baddest, whatever, and I'm out.
I mean, I can start.
Well, I got two. Go ahead.
All right. So, the thing that really drives me crazy is when a female get in a relationship, they're not ready for a relationship. We joke about it all the time. You see the commercials that says, "Ask your doctor, is your heart healthy enough for sex?" We need to ask some of these females, is their mind healthy enough for a relationship? Because in their mind, they say they want a relationship, but when it comes to relating, that's the last thing they want to do. That whole thing about compromise, the whole thing about working together, the whole thing about paying the bills, the whole thing about how you talk to me, how you communicate, how you support. What are your dreams? What are your goals? If your dreams and your goals don't line up with the person you're pursuing, that's not the person you need to be with. You're asking yourself to be for either yourself to get hurt or the other person to get hurt. And that, for me, I know me being in a relationship with someone and they don't have the same mindset as me is going to drive me crazy. It's going to do nothing but irritate me. I don't care how beautiful she is. I don't care how good she cooks. I don't care what talent she have. But if we're not heading the same direction, I got to go.
Well,
so my take on that, I'm gonna piggyback off that, Teddy. Hold up. So
yes, sir. Do you think?
Come on, Teddy.
All right. Well, yo, Teddy, if she know how to, hey, listen. If she know how to cook, I may stick around a little longer, until she get right. But
nah.
But my thing is, and hey, just a little bit. No, I'm just joking. What I'm saying, like my thing is ambition, man. If I'm with a woman and she's not ambitious, she's not a go-getter, I don't care how bad, I don't care how good you smell, how good you cook, I gotta go. Because I'm a go-getter. Anybody that knows me, they know, like, I gets up and get it. Like, my alarm is set for 3:45 a.m. every single morning. So it's like, I don't want to have to ask for a massage. Like, you need to be able to just know that I need that. So when it comes to going out to get it, if you're not a go-getter, I gotta go. But me personally, I'm gonna let you know first before I exit. So most people hustler, it's just got to be in you. You just got to be a hustler. Some people it's just not in them. Like, I'm letting it be known, like, nah, this turns me off. Like, so you're not gonna, this person so if they're not gonna just dive into it and go for it, yeah, I gotta go. So that's a complete turn off to me. Oh, smoking too. Smoker. I hate a smoker.
Clearly, Mr. ATF.
I know for me, I can't deal with no liar. Can't deal with no lying, manipulative woman. No way. You got to hit the bricks. Because if I catch you lying, automatically I'm like, yo. Like my mom used to say, if you lie, you steal. You lie, you kill. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with no liar. Can't deal with no manipulator. You don't have to manipulate me. I'm pretty straightforward. I'll tell you, I'll give you the world, or I'll die trying if you're doing the right things. So you don't have to manipulate. Also, I can't do no combative arguments. If every time you want your way and all you can do is argue, but you can't talk, you can't have a conversation, you can't express yourself without being combative and argumentative, sorry, you got to hit the bricks. We're not dealing with it. Not me.
But Jamal, you combative and argumentative.
Nah, I'm not. The only person I'm combative with is with you. Me and you are always at it, dude. Shoot. This nigga right here, man.
He had to call you out. I'm with Dre. Dre.
Oh, Kia, are you serious? Kia, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking wine.
Even worse.
No K Brown, right? No K Brown.
K Brown is not taking me down tonight.
Okay, good.
K Brown
I'm not over there. I'm not over there right now.
Yo, K Brown, I would be like,
K Brown to have her reading them questions backwards.
I'd be like, y'all go ahead and talk.
Jamal and Kia was wrecked over there that night. Y'all was
First of all,
lit.
Jamel, nobody asked you for the replay of
Oh,
my
I'm sorry, my
birthday.
bad. Just
There
saying.
was.
We
And
don't.
no, she was wrecked. I was not wrecked. I had rum. She
Jamel,
had cake.
friend, Jamal, see, friend.
Friend, we friends though. We friends.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, friend. But
Right.
hey, you trying to throw me in the butt under the bus with you? Nah, I ain't had that.
Friend.
Nah, I'm good.
Did friend get on here and talk about your good AC weekend, friend?
Oh, AC was lit.
It was, because I saw them good pictures. I said friend was over here getting it. Okay, but anyway, since Jamel want to throw people, I was not. I was completely coherent. I did a wardrobe change. I should tell you how coherent I was. Thank you.
It took you a little while.
You're a liar. It might have took me a little while because I had to make sure I was right. But when she came out, she was there. Okay,
Ready?
best friend. Was
You
she
were
not
ready.
there? Oh,
She was
okay.
there. She was there.
Okay, thank you. That's all I want to say. That's what happens when you turn 40. Things get real when you turn 40. You be having to show people you still got it with all your chest presses and everything. I'm sorry, y'all. See, that's what happens when they get me
I
talking.
thought you was 25.
Huh? You
Who?
I
right.
thought you was 25.
You right. I ain't even 40 yet.
Yeah, my friend 25, y'all.
Come
Yup.
on here.
Yup.
She still look it. Oh, I'm muting myself. Goodbye.
Wow, you asking the questions though.
Yeah, but y'all answering. So I really need to know what makes Quill. Never mind. I can't ask Quill that question because Quill don't never exit stage left. Who else exit stage? Ty. Go ahead.
Yeah. First and foremost, your lady should be your peace, not your headache. And personally, my peace of mind can't be compromised. But what disturbs my peace in relationship, like old boy said earlier, like you're not going to agree on everything, but it's how you go about the disagreement. And you can get your point across without cursing, being disrespectful, and yelling. Like that's a turn off to me. I mean, like I'm talking calm and humble and trying to get my point across humbly while you raising your voice, cursing, and being disrespectful. It's a no-no for me. Also, like I don't like women with false insecurities. I don't like being falsely accused of nothing. Like I don't like defending nothing. I should have to defend. You know what I mean? You know that disturbs my peace of mind. Like that's a turn off to me. Like if you don't trust me, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. But I love my peace of mind. Like if I'm in a peaceful relationship, I'm happy.
I think we all can agree with that. Who in their right mind would like to be falsely accused of anything that they ain't really doing? The difference is if you
You'd be
really do
surprised.
it. Yeah, you're
Some
right.
people love dramas. Like you'd be surprised. Some people like so conditioned to drama that they think if it's not drama, then some bullshit might be going on. You got people that really feel like that. They can't even I can't believe it's not butter. You got people that really believe like, yo, this shit is too good to be true. Like, nah, I gotta find something. Yep. Like you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Yep.
She ain't me. I just want to put that out there. Oh,
If this is what, and this is what I read, especially growing up in the neighborhood that I grew up in, where dating as a teenager, it seemed like young girls they like that hood. Like if you wasn't choking them up or nothing like that, like something was wrong with you. You was gay or you was feminine. Like what? Like because I bought you a flower, or I bought you a bag of Skittles. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they were used to. So it was like, yo, if you ain't yell at me, if you ain't screaming at me, if you ain't curse at me, you ain't love me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, in a weird way, that's some women's love language. Without drama, they don't feel like their relationship is complete. Like, nah, it's too quiet. It's too peaceful. So I'd rather start it than be surprised by it. You know what I'm saying? So, they just gotta grow. They just gotta grow out of that, or you just gotta.
let's flip this a little bit because all right, we get it. Women, okay. I'm with y'all women, but I really
Now,
want
there's niggas that like drama too.
Yeah.
right. No, we get that. They're I don't know if I would really consider them men.
That's why. Well,
I'm just putting that out there.
there's
From
persons
Mhm.
that like, you know, they like drama too.
And I bring the smoke with them types. However, we ain't talking about them types, okay? All of it too. Okay. I was married to one that clearly liked all the drama and clearly shit got brought. Anyway,
Kia.
Dre, don't, you know. It's all right, Dre. We was all at the good convocation together. It's okay. It happens. This is why the muzzle came off. You hear me? It's all right. He'll live and not die. That's why he's in North Carolina now. Drama filled. Anyway,
Oh my God.
so let me ask y'all this then. I'm just saying. This is the muzzle is off. I will hold nothing back. Okay. The good song said withholding nothing.
You got it. It's your show. You got it.
And then invite me on yours and we real raw and I'm gonna give it to them people straight. You hear me?
Oh,
anyway,
we working on that. I'm trying to get you and Jasmine on.
Yo, that's gonna be never mind. We ain't talking about us. All right. How important is y'all mental health to y'all men?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Everything.
I'm gonna tell you right now, for me, if I'm not thinking right, you might want to exit stage left. I can tell you right now, I can be the most focused person you know, or I can be the most distracted person you know. And if you're the source of my distraction, I promise you, I'm going to irritate you. I'm going to, just go ahead and walk away. I have to be at peace. I have to be able to have space to think. I have to have a piece of space just for myself, because sometimes I have to check myself. It don't have to be the other person. Sometimes it could just be me. Who knows? Maybe I'm overworking and not resting enough. I have to have my own small space that's just mine, where I can sit there and collect my thoughts. And if I can't do that, if I can't gather my thoughts, if I can't go somewhere and get my mental health together, it's just not going to work. That's relationship, that's friendship, that's acquaintance, that's associate, person I met on the corner, homeless person, businessman. If I can't get myself together, I'm not going to be any good to you.
All jokes aside, I really want everyone to answer that because I think it is imperative for us to understand how important a man's mental, emotional, physical, spiritual health is to him. Because sometimes, truth be told, we are not good for none of that. We've been made him eat and he ain't want to eat. Go ahead. Whoever want to go next.
No, as I stated earlier, yeah.
Go on, bro. Go on. Nah, I just feel like, yo, for me,
as I stated earlier.
Go ahead, Ty. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, bro. I'll pick it back off for you. Go ahead.
Nah, I just can't. I can't. My mental health means more to me than anything because without my mental health being right, I can't be a help to nobody. I got a kid. I'm very family oriented. I'm big when it comes to taking care of the people that are around me, and I don't have time for my mind to be all messed up like that because I can be a very destructive person when I get like that. When I say destructive, I mean like destructive. Like it doesn't, for me, I need to be in a space where I'm thinking clearly, where I'm at peace, where I have things set where it's just a flow. It has to be a flow. Because if not, I get agitated, I get cranky. And if you are the main source of that discomfort or discontent or that peace being taken away from me, you make me a very mean person. A very mean person. And I mean, yo, I'm a pastor. And I'm like this. I'm a pastor who really don't like church like that. So I know it's like So for me, it's like if I'm in the wrong headspace and I'm dealing with some of these people in church, I'll snap. I'll snap. I might curse them out, and if you push me too far, I definitely will punch you in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's not past the life, but it is what it is. It's the truth. It's the truth, because I think people must realize that when a man is not in an environment of peace, the destruction that we can do, the things the way we can go, how crazy we can get. I don't think women I don't think sane women want that.
Wow, you a pastor? You gonna punch somebody in the face?
Oh, no question.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Balance, man. That's what that's balance. That's balance.
No, nobody's exempt. Nobody's exempt. You push a person, then
that's balance.
I'll say this and I'll shut up. Being a pastor, I was just telling my brother, my church got robbed this past weekend, right? So my thing is now I'm sitting here in my church right now.
Yeah.
I'm in the mental space of, if I catch somebody up in here, I swear to God, I'm gonna hurt somebody. And there's no question about that. There's no question about that, because I can't be a pastor and be a soft nigga. No. Being a pastor ain't about being soft. It takes a real man to be a real pastor.
Yeah, you gotta be real.
Hold up. Let us pause real quick. Priscilla, I want to help you out super quick, because you just said, remind me not to go to that church.
Wow.
We have to understand one thing. When you violate somebody, it's a violation. Whether you're a pastor, Marcus, put your hand down. Whether you would tag you in, okay. Whether you are a pastor or not.
Tag me in.
And we have to understand that at the end of the day,
it's the man's night. It's the man's night.
Okay, go ahead, Marcus. He's mute.
So for anybody in the comment section that had a problem with what he said, and you've never had experience shepherding people, I think you might want to reevaluate before you speak, because any person who leads people will have moments of frustration. Any person who's responsible for another, who has responsibility for another person's spirituality, you're going to have moments of insanity yourself. Why? Because some people don't really want to be led. Some people are not going to follow your advice. Some people are going to disturb your mental health. So therefore, what he said was true. And I'd rather have somebody that leading me that is true, that I can come to, because when I do need advice, he ain't going to sugarcoat it. He ain't going to lead me astray. He won't put me in danger, because he don't want to put himself in danger. We got to be careful. Just because he carried a responsibility, it doesn't mean that he doesn't carry that weight. You can be a pastor. I know a lot of pastors that don't carry the weight of a pastor, but I know a lot of people who speak from the heart and speak with a sound mind that carry that weight. And when you have that weight on you, I promise you, you will do things. It is in the Bible where people who carry weight and they responded a different way, but because they were so devoted to God or whatever your faith might be, they chose not to follow in on their first impulses. So we got to be careful when we say, oh, we're not going to go there, because that very same place is probably the place you need to be. It's probably the place that's going to give you the truth that you need in your life to open up and illuminate your mind. So back to the host.
Can you tag me real quick?
Oh, there you go.
All right, cool. Because so I'm not an official pastor, but Jamel knows I'm a pastor in my hood. So
you a pastor.
I have a lot of dudes from my hood call me, and it's funny you bring that up, Jamel and Teddy. I was on the phone with one of my homies last night. I was in the Uber and he called me, and somebody owed him $2,100. So he said he was battling in his mind, yo, should I call Rumble or not? Because we used to gangbang together, and then now he know the church side of me. So he was literally fighting all day. He was like, he don't know why he called me, because he knew I was going to tell him to chill. What I need people to understand is being saved, loving God, loving Christ, and leading God's people does not exempt you from having human emotions.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody if my cousin Jamel calls me right now, well, not right now because I'm in Virginia, but when I was in New York, if my cousin Jamel called me and was like, yo, such and such did such and such, I'm in the car. I'm in the car. No questions asked. Where we gotta go? How we gonna get there? You know what I'm saying? But what I feel like, and I'm not disrespecting Priscilla because she can feel how she feel. That's her opinion. But I do want to say this. This is reasons why pastors kill themselves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's
true.
because we cannot be open and honest in how we feel, and we have to suppress that because the fear of being human might turn you away from the church.
Come on, man. Let that breathe for 10 seconds, man.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Let that breathe for 10 seconds, man.
I can't be honest about how I feel because me being open and honest with you is going to turn you away from the church because you have this ideology or this thought that because I lead God's people, that I'm always feeling like leading God's people. No, you don't know the mental torment that people who love Christ himself. The Bible says, and I know most of you may not be Bible believers, but I am. The Bible says
speak your truth, bro.
That he was so tortured by trying to finish his purpose that his sweat turned to blood because he had nobody to turn to. The niggas that he brung with him in the garden was sleeping.
They wasn't even there. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we go through those moments where it's like, yo, you know what? Yo, I just want to, I just get angry. Because guess what? What people don't understand is pastors got to deal with betrayal. We got to deal with you disrespecting and talking about our family. We got to sit there and deal with your opinions on how you feel like we should run the church. And guess what? We can't respond the way that we want to because we're your leader. So we got to take all that home and try to process that without giving the human response. So what ends up happening is I'm going to end up taking a gun to my head. I'm going to end up swallowing pills. And then you're going to judge me. Oh, he committed suicide. Yeah, because I couldn't punch you in the face like I wanted to.
No, he committed suicide and now he in hell. Because, the minute you commit suicide, they place you in hell, not fully understanding the Bible. But I'm not going there tonight.
So as a man and as a pastor, as just even if Don said he's a personal trainer, just as a leader in your community, period. Sometimes we as black men just need a safe space. No judgment. No, I just need you to hear my heart. I'm not asking for your opinion. I just need you to hear me out. This is how I'm feeling at the moment. And then
let me say this. And this is why I had a panel, HAD, a panel of 9 men, right? Because the purpose is for us to hear them without judgment. We need to be like Planet Fitness, judgment-free zone. They used to have pizza day in there. You big and fat, but you having pizza day in the gym. Don't act like
Tootsie Rolls too.
Hello.
Tootsie Rolls too.
Hello.
Tootsie Rolls too.
Hello.
Tootsie Rolls.
In the gym.
Planet Fitness.
You supposed to be up in here. Hello. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see my muscle? Oh, okay. I just had to show that off.
Hey, Kia,
fitness.
you know what bothered me about the comment was because they don't know my cousin. They just looked at what he said.
No, but
they don't know
this.
My cousin feeds the neighborhood.
But here's the thing.
Pay your rent.
Even if you caught the comment, you had to put it. I, Nakia Monet, am tired of people taking things out of context, right? The context of the comment was, my church got robbed, right? That's context. So if the barbershop got robbed, if the gym got robbed, if the correctional, we know they ain't robbing no correctional facility, but just in case, because them niggas be having illegal drugs in there, I'm just saying.
Wow.
I dated a few correction. Anyway.
Yeah.
Got robbed. Okay. We would understand the defense, right? We would understand the defense. But the minute you say the church got robbed and the pastor say, and I could have punched a few niggas in the face because someone said, oh, it's the church. I don't give a damn if it's whatever. It got robbed. It was violent. Pause, Jamel. It was violated. There was a violation. right? My head got put through a window in front of the church. Ain't nobody care about that, right? It was a church. Let's be real. It was a church. So let's act like we understand that everybody is human. And if your reaction to your church being robbed is like, well, I wish a nigga would. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And you don't need to defend that. We don't need to defend what's right. Because if your house got violated and you had to defend your house, is that not the church? Oh, okay. So y'all don't want that good gospel, but I ain't here to preach. I'm tired of that.
One last thing is, if you couldn't deal with what I just said, then you sure couldn't deal with what Jesus did, because Jesus sure went into the temple, turned over the tables, and beat those cats up. The Bible says he beat them. He beat them because they were robbing the people. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't see where people feel like just because you're a pastor that you should be emasculated. No, I'm a man. I am a man. And as a man, I have to protect what's under my care.
You're a human also.
See, now you see why we said 50-50 just won't work. Oh, my bad.
Here's my thing. Let somebody roll up and hit my wife and think that they won't get punched. You think I'm gonna pray over you? Nah, my nigga. That's enough.
They better not hit Chantel.
I was or disrespect any of my, like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, let's pray about this while she covering her eye. You bugging. You bugging.
They hit Chantel. We all gonna be in Virginia. What?
I mean, they gotta worry about her too, because she ain't just gonna let nobody roll up.
Right. I'm about to say, wait, what?
I'm saying that was my prayer, God. Don't make me marry no pussy.
Hey Dre, I'll come out there too, but I gotta go see my sister in Richmond before I get to you. But I got you.
Oh, I'm only like 15-20 minutes away, so you go.
Hey, say no more, say no more.
Hey, right there. That's a hot mess. You know what? That's a hot mess. Ain't nobody messing with y'all in Virginia though. We already know this. So let me ask you this, Dre, since you married.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Man, he's married and she's right there. Okay, so be careful. Be mindful.
I love Chantel. She's a CO now. She got a gun, so I definitely need you to be.
Come on, man. Be mindful.
I love Chantel.
She got a whole gun license. Please be careful. I don't need y'all seeing me on Snap.
I respect all marriages. Do I not? Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yes, you do.
I respect. Some folks don't. You know what? Anyway, getting back to what I was about to ask. Thank you. Was it a difficult decision for you to commit?
To my wife?
Yes.
I committed from the day I saw her on Instagram.
Come on, IG. Tell me about it.
So my wife, and I don't know if anybody have any homosexual friends. So we had a mutual friend who he played for the other team.
Wait, pause. Jamal turned his.
Wait, Jamal.
Hey, Jamal. Why your camera come on in your face like that?
Why you turn your camera
like
on?
You all tuned in now. Jamal like this now. Jamal like.
No, he said.
Come on.
He
go
said.
Ahead.
I don't know if y'all know anybody homosexual or not. And I'm looking at this man in the mirror like, do you not see me on this panel, brother?
No.
That's my guy right there. I'm right there. That's my guy.
I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I do not like to assume. I don't like to, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't say it to me, I ain't going to put you in that category. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'm too old to give a damn. You could have said that. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So
but cool.
So he was a mutual friend of both of ours. So I hit him up like, hey, I need you to, set that situation up. And she was a little leery because of who the mutual friend was. So it was like, hey, because I don't want to give Nakia no fire, but a lot of churchmen play for the other team, and then they, you know what I'm saying? They're not open about what they are.
So, I got inboxes.
Right. So because of the mutual friend, she was a little worried, but he let her know, like, nah, he 100% heterosexual. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, from the first phone conversation, I already knew what it was. So we met in July. We was married the following May.
Sheesh, that's dope. That's dope.
We about to hit 7 years in May.
Dope. Salute to that.
That's why I had to bring that up because I love. Let me say this.
Salute to that.
Jamel, not Jamel. Dre, we met during the time when Black Lives Matter was literally just starting. We literally met at that time when Black Lives Matter was literally just starting, and you was holding rallies and all of that stuff. And I really respected everything that you was doing. And I also respected the fact that your wife was right there supporting you, period. There was no question. There was no denying. There was none of that. And I've always respected. That's why when I thought of that question, I really thought of you because I was like, you know what, someone needs to tell of a story that is good. Because a lot of the times we have, especially within our men, they're afraid of that, right? Commitment. So I want to ask any of y'all single men, Ty,
why you call Ty? Look at his face.
Because I had put up a post and I want Ty's perspective on commitment.
All right. We'll keep it simple. Commitment to me is easy. I mean, you know, I'm assertive. I'm aggressive. You know, I put the work in. You know, and I know what I want. You know what I mean? Like, a man knows, you know, for the most part, you know, like, a man knows his intentions for every woman. And if he's trying to, you know, if he meets someone that he finds serious, he's trying to commit to it, then, you know, he's gonna let her know through his, you know, through his actions and not just his words. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, you know, like, if I'm interested in somebody, I'm always assertive, aggressive, and, you know, I do like I do to try to get both of us on the same page.
Ty, tag me.
You know, it's an easy thing for me.
Tag me, Ty.
Huh?
Tag me.
Tag him in, Ty.
With
Nah,
your hand.
just say tag. Just say
put
tag.
it in the camera.
Tag.
Go ahead,
I don't know how to
Gary.
do it.
Tag.
Ty scrolling.
Yo, you really?
Put your hand in the
Oh
camera.
boy, Ty
and
scrolling.
tag.
Like, I don't see no tag
He's
button.
so good.
That's all right. They
Tag.
ain't that advanced yet, but they're gonna figure out how to
so-
tag people in.
No, when I said that, I was just saying I wanted to roll off of what you were saying. Let me. I don't know how many women are watching, but let me help you out. It does not take a man a whole year or 2 years to figure out if he wants to commit to you.
All right, come on here. Tell us.
How
long it take?
A man instantly knows from the first phone conversation at least where your head is. It doesn't. Now there's some other areas that you might have to work on because I don't know how you live. I don't know how, but mentally, I can already tell after the first phone conversation where is this going. If you're just gonna be a fuck buddy or if we married.
Friends with benefit?
Yeah. I already know if this is just gonna be one of them situations where I just want to hit it and I'm out or whatever. He already knows. He already knows. So I'm just being honest with you. 3 or 4 years, if you gotta still talk this mortgage thing, mama, you a placement holder.
Damn. The whole hanger.
I'm gonna hold on to you until I find what I really, really want. And I know women don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that because even when I was with my kids' mothers, you know what I'm saying? I already knew they weren't what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But I had to mature and y'all placement holders. This is not what I'm looking for. Until God brought to me what I was looking for. And when I saw what I was looking for, it didn't take me long. I already knew what it was.
Come on, Chantel. Oh, okay. You know I love your wife.
I ain't trying to probably tell us if I messed up our little, but you know, I wanted to help the women out real quick.
Nah, but that's real. Thank you for helping us out because that's the truth. And sometimes we need to stop wasting time on people that don't necessarily see us in that light. And we do that. We definitely do. Hi, mother. I'm gonna need you to unmute your phone,
You
Mom.
had mama on. Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Say hello to the people. Unmute your phone. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Let me
Hey,
tell you.
Ma.
Hey.
Listen here. Sometimes because I'm young, and then there's an older aspect of a conversation and needs to be brought out, right? She's a person that's been married for years outside of myself. Clearly, my marriage that was like what 6, 7 months, Mom. That didn't work out right. Praise God, anyhow. So sometimes when you need wisdom added to a conversation, you got to have an older person there to apply the wisdom, right? For especially for married people, especially to single people, especially with people. Listen, we've all been through relationship trials and tribulations. Have we not? We've all been through it. So therefore, you just have someone that has actually experienced a whole lot more than even what you could even think of, and then boom, you have it. So let me ask y'all this, single men. Teddy, I don't know if that's you.
I'm gonna speak anyway. She watching.
Okay. Come on here, boo. Tell boo we love her. All right. Listen. All right. So can you say as a single man today, would you like to be married or in an exclusive relationship? Why or why not? If not, tell why. Because there gotta be a reason why. If so, tell why, because there gotta be a reason why. And the reason I'm asking this is twofold, because a lot of the times people need to understand what the barriers are, which is preventing you from actually moving to that point of exclusivity and also then past that marriage, right? And a lot of times people don't understand that. And something is like this. And we need to understand what is like this as a woman, because there are a lot of women that love to date men that have a fear of commitment and don't understand why they can't get past that wall. So y'all go ahead.
Well, me, I speak on that. Me as a single man, I'm a chess player. So what I do understand as a chess player, the queen on that chessboard, the queen can make moves that the king can't. You understand what I'm saying? Let that breathe for 5 seconds. So I know I can't take over the world by myself. So it's like until I come in contact with someone that I know I can take over the world with, it's like, all right, I'm gonna just be right here and I'm gonna just build with whomever until it's going like that. If it's just right here, then nah, exit stage left. So, you know, can't take over the world by yourself. You just can't.
So you see yourself get married, but you're waiting until the right person comes. That's what you're saying.
I ain't gonna say all that.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't
I
gonna say I
never see
see
myself
myself
getting
getting
married.
married. Yeah, I'm not that. I actually feel the same way. I don't see myself ever getting married, but it's
Me
like
either.
I don't feel it. I don't feel as though like you have to get married. Just do the ceremony, just a piece of paper, whatever. I mean, we can do marriage like things. I don't. That's a whole nother topic. But
Mm.
It is,
my
but that's
thing is
important
just
for
like
people to
if we
understand. Go
can't,
ahead.
yeah, if we can't build, we can never even get to the marriage stage. Like if we can't build together, we won't even make it there. So yeah, I don't really see that in my future marriage.
Me either. I don't see marriage in my future. Not by a long shot. Just because of the little boy that's carried around. So if you've never lived with a man, you've seen your mom, you've seen the relationship, it's damaged. You're kind of scarred. So until you're ready and you are the young man or the little boy trauma is gone, you don't present yourself in the best lighting or fashion or unpackaging. So you just sit it out until that comes along. But waiting for it, waiting for it to come along could be a very long time. So I don't see that ever happening for me. Not that I'm not over trauma from a little boy, but it's just that I'm going to keep waiting until I know I am ready and I'm open to receive that kind of love and marriage and commitment. So if I'm seeing people go from house to house and from town to town, state to state, nothing's sticking, nothing's lasting, didn't grow up with a father, I would rather not deal with that because I've seen it never work out for people, then I'd rather already count myself out, even though that is a negative versus a negative. but then yet still say, I could be with somebody, but I don't think marriage is worth. It's not worth it to me because of what I saw growing up. It's not worth it.
I was married once.
Okay, go ahead.
Didn't last long. Yeah, I was married. We together. We got married. After 9 months, we had a separation, and a year and a half I was divorced. But I mean, I realized that I made a mistake. I realized that I made a mistake. There's no regrets, but it was definitely a mistake. We rushed into everything. Just realized she wasn't the one.
She was going like that. He going like that marriage was.
Oh, I just died.
Okay.
Fred, what happened?
My cousin going like that marriage
Bro, I
is.
hate you, bro. I hate you, man. She was like, poof.
Fred, it just disappeared.
Yo.
That's my MO. I'm a ghoster.
Man.
It's my go?
I'm a ghoster.
Come on, Jamal, tell us your story because it's there. Mm-hmm.
Are we back on him again?
I'm gonna need you to give us the Baptist 2-minute version, though.
Yeah, don't give us the other stuff we got the last time because nobody interested.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, Jamal, send me a friend request. I need you in my life, bro.
Yo,
you a whole mood, son.
Is he not a whole mood though? Like, yo.
Don't worry, Jamal. I'm coming. I want to get you.
I don't think y'all be understanding, Jamal.
Yo, he is a whole mood.
Yo.
Jamal be going for the juggler.
Yo,
I can't see nobody.
Jamal came on. Jamal, look, Fran, you was fake.
Y'all see me?
Yeah, we can see you. Fran, you was fade to black.
Shit, can't hear
He
shit.
said that one
It's
thing.
terrible.
Fran said, boom. Let me click. I said, oh, okay. Fran is clicking. Let's go. Who answering that? Jamel, go ahead. Because you was married.
Yeah, I was married. It was enjoyable at first. And, being young, we were very young when we got married. She was 19, I was 22. And we didn't have the guidance, so it didn't last. We didn't have, at least within the church, we didn't have the guidance. But would I want to get married again? I think that I would like that. I think I would like that. But what makes it hard is that there has to be someone that I can view as being ready for it with me. Everyone you date isn't ready for marriage with you. Being able to deal with my ins and outs, deal with, the things that I go through and the things that I have on my shoulders. Sometimes just being able to be a comfort, be a peace for me. You know what I'm saying? And in this day and time, it's hard. The dating world is hard, and it's hard to yeah.
Damn near impossible.
This
ain't the lady show. I'm gonna say it.
But the last thing I'll say is that that even though it's hard and close to impossible, it isn't impossible. So I'm open to it. Things have to be right. There's no question. They have to be right because I will not be unhappy for anybody.
As you shouldn't be.
You matured since the last video, huh? you matured. Yeah, you matured. He matured since the last video.
Yeah, Jamal.
We got this namesake twin. You matured since the last video. Yeah.
I'm sitting up here like, where is my pearls? Because they about to be clutched. I need another tattoo on this side so I can hold them both together.
That's my namesake twin. You mature. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud.
You
make
proud?
Me proud right now. Yeah, he ain't talking that other shit. Thank God. Hey, he done graduated.
Hey, I'm trying.
Okay, I appreciate it. Listen, pull up on
Friend,
you and Brooklyn.
what
I'd
was
rather pull up. I was about to pull up on his ass. Like, what the fuck you got going on over there? God damn.
Those were my past years. We were talking about my past back in the election.
Well, y'all always talk about like it was current, and I ain't understand that
Oh
shit.
no, that was my past.
Well, see, maybe I didn't have no K Brown, but boo, maybe you slipped some shit up in my shit because I thought it was current what he was talking about, and then he did a remix and still was a pastor on the low. So I was confused as fuck the last time.
No, bro.
Friend, we ain't do the remix, friend. We ain't do the remix.
Good. So don't marry the two. Because that night he married the two. It was like his past and his current. And I didn't want to know your future either. I was like, okay, cool. We had the same name. I'm good. I'm good off him.
That was all bad. I was just testifying.
Okay, cool. I respect that. I appreciate it.
I don't even know where to go from there since
my cousin keep going in and out, and then I go in and out too.
Listen, everybody going in and out. I mean, I don't know, Comcast, whoever, Xfinity, whatever they call. We need to be having improved internet packages, but it's all right. Let me ask y'all this. When you hear the term toxic masculinity,
you got Fios?
Who said they got Fios?
Ty.
Who got Fios?
Yeah, I got Fios.
And I do too. We don't got the same. You got the white box or the black one? Let's see.
I got the black.
He got the black box. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
I gotta get the white one.
I'm gonna need y'all to get that white box. That white box is the truth. But because that means you got the top internet package. However, we ain't even gonna go there.
Yo, you was annoying with that top internet package.
We gotta get the top notch.
Dre?
So we got the bootleg kind.
I just want you to admit.
Right, that's what I'm like. What's the difference between the white box and the black box?
Dre?
So we got the bootleg kind, like the bootleg cake back in the day when we used to get.
You got the bougie internet.
I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring it.
Jamal, I just need Dre to hint this sign language, okay? Because I speak fluent in all languages.
Oh wow, and that's it. Okay. All right. Shit, I got to put my whole face in the thing just to see what's going on.
How about
This class ain't serving me no fucking purpose.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on here tonight?
Let me tell y'all one thing. Let me say this. I love y'all. And the reason being because we real, right? Like anything about me is real. Y'all can see me be a real mess. Y'all can see me be real put together. Y'all can see me be real in between. And everything that we do here is real. And I want it to always remain that way. So y'all real. So like I said, Ty, you there? Ty might not be there.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay. I had to make sure. Okay.
You can hear me?
Nah, I can hear you. We can't see you, but don't put your video on. I want you to stay audio.
In the dark.
Stay in the dark. I want you to stay audio. For the simple fact that Fios don't work well for everybody. If you don't have a white, don't do me. You gotta have a white box.
Friend, you doing us because you trying to say we got the bootleg cable, like we got the neighbor's cable, and they gotta shoot things at it at night on our cable. I got the black box too.
All I know is when me and Fios was on the phone today, I was like, listen, do I have the top cable? They were like, internet. I said, do I? She was like, no, you do. That's why you're going to get this credit. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. You need the white box, not the black box. That's all.
Well, I pay top cable money.
Look, that black box that fit in that little enclosure that they got for Fios. Nah, you gotta have the one that gotta sit like somewhere else. It gotta sit pretty and look like it's decorative and stuff. We ain't even gonna go there. I'm a woman. It's all right. Listen.
Yeah, I don't think I need that, but I pay top notch money. I pay the same kind of money. The money is a lot. So why I get bootleg cable?
Because it got to be the white box. I don't know. It's something with white and black. They don't be knowing how to act. Let me ask y'all this though. It is. They shouldn't do that. You got to call them. You got Fios? Call them.
Yeah.
The new box is white. Anyway,
Wow.
See how they do? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that part.
So let's go there then.
So white is right and black is not. It is
But y'all
whack.
are all black men.
That's
And I really
bullshit.
want to begin to understand, as black men, and everybody can answer this, as black men, how do y'all feel when you hear us say you got to protect black men, when you hear us say you got to protect black women, when you hear us say, or even when you see on TV images, you had Tamir Rice. Years ago, we had Amadou Diallo. We had Philando Castile. We had George Floyd. We had what was his name down in Georgia? Y'all remember?
Countless names. We had countless.
No, we and
Yo,
we really did, right?
I'm being honest with you here. I done lost count. Like,
You listen, you and me both, even as black women, we've lost count because it's so many. But what I really want to understand is my heart, the purest of my heart says I need to protect the black man, right? So even today, like if I'm riding down the street, East Orange, Newark, whatever, if I see even a cop has a black man pulled over, I'm like, what is he doing? Right? Because our immediate reaction is to my immediate reaction is to protect. But I think that it is important that for any black woman that is in a relationship, period, it could be friendship, whatever type that relationship is with a black man, how do y'all feel? Right? Do you feel protected? Do you feel as if you're a target? Do you feel safe? Do you feel insecure? Like even in your everyday living, how do you feel? Because I know for me, like I'll be that one to be like, oh, let me text this joke and see if he responds. Okay, once he responds, I know he all right, cool. Right? That's just how I do things, right? But everybody might not do things the way how I do things, right? But that's for me, that leaves a level of peace to know, like, all right, he's safe, he protected, he good, because he laughing at this good joke right here. How do y'all feel as black men that literally have to live every day in your skin?
so my wife is gonna kill me because she's sitting right here. But so
Hey Chantal, she can hear me.
yeah, she can hear you.
Hey girlfriend, tell her come on in this camera.
No, bad hair day. That's what she said. She said bad hair day. But we fight over little stuff like that. So her thing is like, especially like if I go back to New York, just let me know you're okay. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know that you're fine. Let me know. So honestly, I think the village that I grew up in, and not just that, just extended family, I definitely feel protected. My concern is protecting you guys. Me and my wife were just talking earlier about the white football player who put his hands on a black woman.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? In the media, yeah, Jamal. I just sent you a friend request. I'm gonna DM you the link because I see your face. You look confused. I'm gonna inbox you the link.
I appreciate it.
There was no media coverage of that, but yet Adrian Peterson, a black running back, who's just disciplining his son, is called the bad father. And this is the dynamic is black men and black women are portrayed as thugs, as this, as that. Whereas when white people do it, it's always a mental illness. It's always they like Dylan Roof shot up black women in the church. And he's called mental illness. Whereas if I go and I like even what happened in Capitol Hill, they were now my thing is, and like, some of you don't know me, I've led the majority of the protests that happened in Brooklyn, New York.
Yes, he has.
You know what I'm saying? We were called thugs. And mind you, all my protests were peaceful.
Peaceful, because you protest right on down to City Hall.
Peaceful. You know what I'm saying? To where even if it could have been situations, it was never a situation. None of my people ever got locked up. We were never handcuffed. It was very peaceful, but we were the thugs. Yet you got these white people who sit there and complete savagery, like take over a whole government establishment, and these niggas is they the protesters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, and I'm at the point now where I'm not just thinking about the black men that's being killed. I don't know if any of you watch, but if you have HBO on demand, when you get a chance, I really need y'all to see that Sandra Bland documentary. That's what really made me understand the plight of the black woman. Like, yo, they really killed this girl for no reason.
None whatsoever.
You know what I'm saying? And we're saying save their names, but yo, how many of us are really ready to commit some savagery to get some attention? You know what I'm saying? These white people could do it and get away, and these niggas don't care about jail time. They like, but they had their face on cameras and everything. And I think we as a people have to come to that point where if we really trying to protect our black kings and queens, we gotta not give a fuck about the system and getting. I don't care about. At some point, we gotta be like, you know what? I don't care about the consequences, because I'm raising daughters, black daughters at that. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta be the sacrifice, I remember, and Teddy looked like he got something to say. I want him to. I remember when I first started doing the protest, my daughter came to me and was like, yo, Dad, what if they kill you? And I had to look at her and be like, yo, that's a chance I'm willing to take.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't know who said it. I don't want to lie and say the Bible said it or Dr. King said it, but somebody said, if you ain't willing to die for something, then you'll fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at the point where I'm tired of falling for anything. At some point, somebody has got to die for something. So.
No, but that's real. Anybody else?
As far as feel protected, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little more aggressive, maybe because I'm younger. So I'm gonna do to you what the fuck you do to me. That's the way I was raised. That's how I was bred. She'll tell you I'm a fucking shark. So like, listen, you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. You touch mine, I'm gonna touch yours. And that's gonna be my mentality till I die. I'm gonna be honest. So as far as feeling protected, I don't give a fuck about all of that. Like being honest with you, like I understand, you know, the times and the climate that we living in, but I also understand that I'm not my grandparents, not my great grandparents. You slap me, I'm gonna slap the shit out your back, straight up and down. And I think more of us need to have that mentality because this country. We got to get over this mind thing. We got to get over this mentality that things supposed to be fair. This shit was never supposed to be fair. We waiting for shit to get fair that was never supposed to be fair. So it's not going to happen. It's not going to. It's like being in control of something for over 20 years, and then somebody comes along and tell you got to change. You're not gonna want to change. You understand? Now this been happening for hundreds of years. They've been in position to control and dictate to us, and we keep waiting, acting, praying, and fuck that. I'm gonna take my respect. That's my mentality. Like, and I got that because I understand that they do not care. They don't care. They never. All they do. They give us attention, give us a little bit. They spoon feed us. Oh look, you can do this now. Oh look, you can do this now. Oh look, we gave you right. That's what they do. They spoon feed us, and we so fucking busy sometimes. We get satisfied with the bare minimum, and we get satisfied with that minimum. Bare coming from people who took everything they ever wanted. When America wants something, they don't politely ask. They take that shit. They take it. They take it. Anytime you don't conform to what they want, they take their respect. Tell me one time, even the land that we built all of this shit. This shit America was built on the backs of African Americans. But even this fucking land that they supposedly own, they stole it. So everything about them is fraud. And we know who I'm talking. I ain't gotta say we know what it is. Everything about them is fraud. Everything it's nothing. It's never going to be fair. It's never. They know not to give us a level playing field because they're better at everything. We gave them culture. We gave them everything we create. They take. We made hip hop. They stole that. They control that more than us. Like it's all type of. It's so many levels and layers to the shit. So. It's not about, for me, this is just me. It's not about feeling protected. I don't a fuck about that. I'm gonna protect mine. I'm gonna protect. You know what I mean? As long as a person doesn't cross mine in terms of those people, then I don't have. Well, listen, I do what I need to do to provide for mine, but I'm not worried about feeling protected because at this point, you know, whatever's going to happen. If it's meant for you to go, you know, from a cop or from a situation with a cop, that's how you gonna go. And so I don't focus on that. I just focus on always being prepared, which is why I train my mind, my body, and my spirit the way I do. Because to be in this climate, you have to be mentally strong. You have to be physically strong. You have to be prepared for anything at this point. So, you know, feeling protect, I don't really care about that. As far as like the you know, protect black women, and I get the Me Too movement, and I understand it and all that. But I'm gonna sum that up fast. We are our own worst enemies. Black men don't protect black women. Not all. I'm not saying all, but in most cases. And black women don't protect black men. We just say that shit because it sounds good for shock value. You know what I mean? They like every chance you get. If you look on the internet, you look or you read comments on articles and shit. We attack each other. We are on. We can't come together and do shit like for each other. That's just being honest. So it's nobody else. It's nobody else's fault. It's our fault because the vast majority of every other culture on this fucking planet stick together, but us. That's just what it is.
But I think
that's just, you know,
but I think we need to. But I think at the same time we need to understand why we don't stick together, even though we are hundreds of years outside of slavery, but we're not that far outside of Jim Crow. So I think that part of the issue is the fact that what has been embedded within our communities is a community of destruction. And part of the issue is that when you allow a system to literally disintegrate the Black family, the family that was originally put together, a family that was originally held tight and close knit, and then because the Black woman said, "I need help," the system said, "Well, you can't have a Black man." So now what happens is that you have the disintegration of the Black family. And then once you have that, everything else falls by the wayside. I think part of our issue is, and the reason being is that a lot of other cultures can stick together because they didn't have systemic racism the way we've had it. We've experienced it the way we've endured it. So a lot of the times we compare what we've endured to other people, but they didn't have what we endured. They didn't have it. They literally, and then on top of that, we tell us, well, you know, we're so many years outside of it, we need to get over it. No, it's systemic. So once something is built within the system, it's embedded. So now we need to deal with what has been embedded, what has been systemic, and handle it at its root. But we don't want to do that because we want to tell a bunch of people that they need to get over it. And I think a lot of the issue is that we don't know how to get over it because we've never been necessarily empowered to do that. And part of what we're discussing here is that because the breakdown of the Black family occurred with the Black man, right? And what happens when the family breaks down because the Black man is now pushed out of the family, right? If I need help, oh, you can't have no man in the house because if you need help, then we can't help you with a man in the house. So you need to be single. You need to be by yourself.
Yeah, but
and now we have system, but the truth is we have systems in place that say a man cannot be in the house if the woman needs help. It's a system.
Yeah, I agree. To a certain extent. I just think there's a lot of confusion in this era, like in terms of what are we doing? We have no real financial stronghold and structure. So like we don't have any real wealth Like we have a few people that's rich, you know, they have money and they can provide for their family, but it's no real like ground base for us to build wealth. That plays a part.
But why not? Because we had the whole Black Wall Street. Why not?
Okay, but we said and exactly more to the point I made before. What did they do to that?
That's my point. What did they do to it, and also what did we not rebuild? Right.
But that's what I'm saying. This is I feel like it starts with the little things. Like
it do.
Before we can get back to a solid, you know, police as a unit, we have major mental problems to deal with as far as a black man and a black woman. We have serious mental problems. I'm just gonna put it out there, like, and it's a lot of things that I believe that we need to address before we can eat. It's conversations we don't have with each other, and those are conversations that need to be had, and we just avoid them. You understand? Like, it's so, like I said, it's so much. I'm only 29, but it's so much confusion. Like we applaud the wrong things. We don't support the right things. When we try to support, we have in some cases parties that take advantage of the support. It's all over the place. There's no real connection. And I think it starts there. Like,
so let me ask you a question: the breakdown between the black woman and the black man, right? As far as relationally, solely relationally, a lot of that boils down to communication. So for each man, how important is communication to you? Donnie, start me off. How important is communication to you?
Communication is everything. That's the foundation of anything you're trying to build. Like, you could just take a house for an example, just a structure. Like, communication is the foundation, period. Because if you don't communicate with your significant other, you're left to just assume everything. And we all know what assuming leads to. So, you know, you can come with so many different scenarios when you're assuming things. You paint your own narrative when you could just open your mouth. It's everything. Everything starts with communication. That's first.
So let me say this. Let's piggyback off of communication. How important is honesty?
It's everything.
That's a loaded question.
It is loaded, and I asked it for a reason, because a lot of us, we communicate, but we don't communicate honestly. How important is honesty? Let me say this. I am very raw and I'm very real. And there have been a lot of situations where I might not have been communicated to honestly, and it's been communication deceptively. How important, we say how important communication is, but how important is honest communication? Because that's important. That has been what has contributed to the degradation of our entire community, let alone the family. So we literally have to join in the two to say honest communication is important, not deceptive, not manipulative, not controlling. No. Honest, loyal, truthful communication, right? Because that's what we're getting at.
Well, how many people, like, if we've been honest, not everybody is like vast majority not honest, because it's not because they want to lie. Wait, but it's not because they want to lie. But I believe, so in some cases, whether it's the male or the female, I believe it's hard to be honest about certain things with certain people or parties because they can't handle that type of truth. Like,
so why are you in my life? If you can't handle the truth, why are you in my life? Let's ask that. Period. This is between this goes beyond men and women. If you can't handle the truth, why are you in my life? If I feel the need to deceive you, if I feel the need to manipulate you, why?
I mean, but you can ask a lot of those type of questions. Like, women, they carry shit that from a past relationship into their new relationship. Mm-hmm. So you can you can ask a lot of those why type of questions, like, well, why am I having to deal with shit that your ex, let me know that your ex put you through, and I'm dealing with the backlash. Why?
So you saying that
Like,
she doesn't identify it? She doesn't identify the trauma. She just living
right,
with the next situation and then let it come to surface.
Right. So it's a lot of whys. It's a lot of
You got to
whys.
recognize that you have an issue first, because then you'll know whether or not you want to mess with somebody else's life.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't know too many women, including my mom, and she's the best woman I know. I don't know too many women who are honest with themselves. Like, they don't like it's certain women, they don't like to be wrong. They can't admit when they're wrong. They can't admit. You understand? Like, I heard my married brother say, "Happy wife, happy life," and I'm not married, but I agree with that. But I also feel as a man, and from the women I dealt with, it's like how we feel. It's two parties in the relationship, and sometimes, a lot of times, to make our partner happy, we kind of, whatever we think, we gotta push to the back burner, which don't always feel good, and that doesn't get addressed enough. Like, I really care about this woman's feelings, but not at the detriment of saying fuck my own. Like, you understand?
That's why I hate it.
You understand? So it becomes a tug of war. Like, it's like, hold up, like, so, because it's supposed to be give and take, but when you're giving so much to an individual, and it still seems like it ain't good enough, or it's still an issue, or it's still, you understand what I'm saying? Because oftentimes, I'm just going off of my personal experience. Women, they only see what they don't have or what they're not getting.
So he said that's loyal. That's being loyal, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying being loyal, which people get twisted, because being loyal is, to me, an action. You gotta walk that walk. It don't require you to think or feel. To be real, meaning you're acknowledging your feelings first. Then you can manage somebody else's. But if you're loyal, whether it's good or bad, you'll still be with that person because you feel like you should or you need to. There's no opinion or thought in that. Being loyal can get you killed and cripple the other person. It's about being real.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. How many people are actually ready for the real raw truth? Like, if you meet a woman and you actually tell her, I just really want to, how's that gonna go? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm just narrowing it down to the most simple thing I can think of. Like, so if you know that, you just be honest about that. They ain't gonna like that shit. Like, so, and in some cases, as a man, some women, like, not every woman for me is worth being in a relationship with. Some of them are just nice to look at and to have fun with. Like,
you're right.
No, like, no, you're not a wife. Like, I seen that shit as soon as you open your mouth. So
you're right.
Like, so it's certain things that I look at as a man, that just how women categorize. Y'all got y'all work husband, y'all got the dude that buy y'all things, you got the nigga who come give you dick, you got the nigga who
that sounds like a hoe to me. She got a lot of people.
Tell it, Jamal.
She's a hoe. But
we have our categories as well.
Tell it, Jamal, because she got a husband at home and a nigga that supply that dick. What she is?
A hoe.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no way around that.
You better come on here and tell the truth.
Goddamn trollop. Goddamn.
But look,
she got all the suppliers. What happened?
Being everywhere, being a hoe, if you call it that, is applauded. You understand? Like that's
the era. Yeah, that's the culture now.
Right.
But that's what's wrong.
That's the culture, and that's kind of sad. So they don't value good women, and they don't value good men either. Because if he's soft, he's done. He's your friend. He's friend zone.
Right.
He's not strong at anything.
Right.
He's inadequate.
Right.
That's a misfortune, misconception.
Absolutely. Like, I was just talking to my uncle, and I don't want to keep harping on my age, but I'm like, yo, I remember females used to hide being a stripper. Like, they used to hide it. Like
how old are you?
You didn't know. I'm 29. You didn't know. You didn't know. Like, yeah, like you didn't know when I didn't. Certain girls that I wanted to. I didn't know they was dancers. Now that shit is like, they act like they, like they get a pay stub for that shit.
That's
like,
the culture. That's crazy.
So it's things are so different and you know, and I see these things, and I ask myself like, yo, do I want to be in a relationship? To be in a relationship in this era, I believe it causes more mental trauma than being single.
That's
Because
interesting.
a lot of times, while you
It
trying to
takes a
find that
lot.
right person, while you know, like I know for a fact, and it's gonna sound like strange. I know I have PTSD from relationships. Like that shit, it's certain shit that still fuck with
Oh
my
yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah.
That
It's
ain't.
real. That's real.
That's not strange. That is
That's
real.
real.
Right.
That's
So
real.
and I recognize that, which is why I'm gonna be honest. So like you have your friends that you talk to, and some girls that you know I actually like and they cool. But at this point right now, I don't want these bitches. They trash mentally,
They for the
emotionally,
streets. They for the
spiritually.
streets. That's that man.
They just, you understand, like, and it's no real. They say they want to be a wife, but they don't really want to be a wife. They just want the show.
Then the
They want
man
the
that
ring.
want the streets.
Right. They want
Then they
they
ask
want
to
the
the
ring.
streets.
But that's not
Right.
every woman.
So I say both the
I'm
man and the women of today, if they looking
right.
at if popularity is what's ruling and fueling them, send
Right.
their ass to the streets. They for the streets.
Right.
That's not
Right.
real.
Like
Yeah, but that okay. So there's a balancing act with this. Donnie said this earlier. Everything comes with a balance. So at the end of the day, let's just be real. If you are attracting those that which you are not necessarily attracted to, you need to check your balance.
That's true. That's very true.
motherfuckers look good.
Like,
Very true.
we're not going to sit up here and blame women for what you
Yo,
are attracting.
no. Some of them look good. You know how, like, you understand, like a book can just.
Sincere,
I'm being honest with you. Like I
you
can
being
Sincere right now, he coming
honest.
for the streets.
However, right? Let's just be real. We can be honest and real at the same time, right? I can be honest and yet and still be real, right? Marcus, aka Teddy, let's do it. When I was posted up them squat videos, right?
Oh, here we go. We going back there.
Jamal,
Okay,
Why we gotta go there?
pause, but let's do it though, right? If you didn't know who I am, what would you have thought watching those squat videos? Real talk.
Real talk.
Yeah.
It's what we see all the time. Sexuality, forced down your face, objectifying women, objectifying men, you name it. I mean,
And the difference is knowing who I am and understanding fitness is life, right?
mhm.
And she is addicted to fitness. So therefore I'm promoting fitness, but the oversaturation of squat videos produce something different, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to understand what we actually, which is why no one has seen a squat video since, right? Because we have to understand what we give off. The aura of what we give off, truth be told, is who we are. Now, me posting squat videos, she was squatting. However, other people watching squat videos, oh, wait a minute. Y'all see that ass? Y'all see
Trying
that?
to shoot their shot.
Third
They were
track.
trying to
Third
shoot their.
track. They thought
Yeah.
third track.
But you know what? You also have to realize that sometimes, well, most times, you can't be responsible
For
for
other
how
people.
people keep their own minds.
No, but I
That's
can be
that's that's the,
responsible
that's
for
the stuff.
but I can
The
be
perception.
responsible for a perspective.
No, I hear you, but if I see you in a gym working out,
In the gym.
you in a gym working
Right.
out.
It could be simple
You
as
see what I'm
that.
saying? Now,
It
if
can
you
be.
got something dirty in your mind, or if you got a whole lot of, I'm not even gonna say dirty because sex isn't dirty, but if you have something
It's
over
not
sexualized in your mind, that means that there's something going on with you,
And not
and
me,
that
right?
you
You don't
need
gotta
to
look
change.
inward. Don't
You're
look
right.
Right,
inward for
Yeah.
somebody else's
Oh,
issue.
so let me
right.
chime in real quick. So Jamal, what you just said, Nikhil, you can share with them a conversation that you and I had when you sent me a message asking me how I felt about when recording the video. What Jamal just said is a perfect example of that. Like as a trainer, I just see squats. I'm worrying about perfect form. I've been seeing asses all my life.
Right.
Like I'm not worrying about all of that. I'm worrying about if you don't lean forward. I'm worrying about you throwing your back out.
Right.
Other people's looking at that. You looking at the ass. I'm looking at the form. I don't care about all that. We could look at the ass once she gets dressed. We could do all that later. I'm worrying about the shape of it and what I need to do to shape and mold it. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at proper form. So perception is everything, man. Everything.
Right.
But being a gym rat myself, I'm in the gym. I spend 7 hours there every day, literally. Like I almost, right. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even pay attention to the girls that come in there. I guess they be thinking they looking sexy, or I don't really pay them no mind. In actuality, I'm wanting them to get the fuck out because they trying to be a distraction. Like so for me, it's like you see them and you can tell the woman coming there with leggings and a face full of makeup, she ain't coming there to work out.
She ain't working out.
Right, she ain't coming here to work. So you know that as a trainer, you know that ahead of time. Like, okay, because any of my clients, they know don't dare come in here with face full of makeup. You gonna waste your cover girl or whatever it is they be wearing. Like you gonna waste it.
Like cover girl.
You gonna waste it. So we don't. I know, some women feel like every man want them, but I think that's another thing that a topic we could talk about. Not every guy wants them. Like every female, we don't want every woman we see with a fat ass that look good. Then that's just being not that. But everybody think that, like, oh, if this girl is pretty and has a fat ass, most guys want. That's not true.
Yeah, we not that shallow. We not
like,
that.
No, it's not true.
No, we not that shallow.
And that's when y'all was talking about perception. We're perceived that way, like, oh shit, she got a fat ass. Yeah, I want. Nah,
yeah, stereotype. That's a stereotype for the men.
Right.
Definitely a stereotype.
And we don't always get to address certain stereotypes and things that are said that in all up here, whether you agree or disagree, it's been different women that was attractive that you wasn't attracted to for whatever the reason may be.
Whatever the reason may be.
Yeah, I go to the gym all the time.
You understand? So I just feel like more to your point, like the communication between both should be a lot better. But I don't ever think we're gonna get to a point where everybody is completely rawly honest and just brutally honest. We can say that and it sounds good, but I don't think we'll ever get to a space where that is completely the truth. Like you're telling 100. Like I just don't think in my lifetime, I don't think we're going to get to that point.
We're in the same lifetime.
I don't know, because let me say this. I am brutally honest.
You are.
Thank you.
But
I'm also a Capricorn.
You are.
And I'm also a woman that has been through a lot. So therefore, I have nothing but honesty to give. I think that part of the reason why a lot of women do not give honesty and they love to give lies and deception is because they haven't reached the level of deceit, of manipulation, of betrayal that other women have honestly met. So they think that little crap that they do is really meaning something. And I'm just being real. I have Nakia, this is just Nakia speaking. I have extreme little respect for women that deceive men. And the reason being is because I was deceived by a man. So therefore, I have no respect for women that deceive men because I have no respect for a man that deceived me. So if I believe in a one-to-one relationship, then I'm going to judge all accordingly to that. That's just Nakia, though. I don't believe everyone else should be like me, but that's just me and who I am at the core of me because of where I have come from, where I have come up from, and where I am going, right? But what I will say, because we definitely have been on here for 2 hours, and I really want to respect everyone's time. I really want y'all, huh?
Can I say something? One thing.
Go ahead.
The thing about communication, because I'm a communication major, and I'm actually getting inducted to the honor fraternity tomorrow for my school.
Holla.
But
salute to that. Salute to
appreciate
that.
it.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Go.
Thank you so much. I'm getting
Hey, listen,
inducted
man.
tomorrow.
You know the space. If you need to come celebrate, you already know the doors are open, man.
Yeah, you my guy. I appreciate that. Real talk.
You
I
already
really
know.
do. I respect you big time.
You know
No
I'm
doubt.
there, friend.
Thank you. You know what? I when it comes to like the respect issue with the lies and not being honest, you know, when it comes to guys and girls, I take a little bit of slack off of that. And I want to say that because even though I don't agree with doing either one, women or men lying to each other, some people just don't have the tools. And that's the part that makes us human. Some people are just not equipped to know how to fully communicate either verbal or non-verbal, which means it could be your gestures, body posture, or it could be you articulating yourself in a way it can reach someone and they could get the message. So they can compute it and then give it out to someone and they can receive it and understand clearly what they're saying. So I give on a human aspect, I'm going to go, yeah, I don't like it. I wouldn't want it done to me. I think it's horrible. But do that person have the tools to be able to do this, to communicate and be honest? Do they even know what that is? Were they taught that? Did they grow up with it? So I do it that from that aspect. They may not just have the tools. Not that they choose to be faulty and shiesty and grimy. They don't know that they don't have the tools. They just may not have the tools you want them to have, or in general, on basic levels to communicate. They don't have it. So we can't, strike them down and say, you are done, you are worthless, you are scum, you're just the bottom of the gutter type person. They don't have it. And we have a little bit of compassion for people who don't have it.
I agree with you, but to piggyback and give a little bit of the other side of that, I feel like, and I know y'all see this as often as I see it, it's people who know what the fuck wrong with them and they just don't address those things and work on it.
Deceptive people know. There's a difference between being ignorant and deceptive. Like ignorant, deceptive.
Right.
No, you know.
Right. Like it's parties who know they issue. Like I've met women who, I know I got a nasty attitude and a mouth on me, and in my mind, I'd be like, you don't want to work on that. Like that's not an attractive trait to have. Like you don't. It's nothing. I'm not saying you're supposed to change overnight, but these are like more to his point. Those tools, some of those tools you can work on. Like
so the choice becomes yours. Then if she tell you that straight up, whether you have to know what you want. So if she comes at you like that, I have an attitude. So what? The choice becomes yours. She didn't take your choice away.
No, because sometimes it comes after, right? Because sometimes me being a woman, just speaking on my side of it, sometimes we don't let you know the choice. Sometimes we make the choice for you.
And that's the terrible thing. That's terrible.
Right? And it is, but it is what it is, right? Sometimes we make the choice for you because we want what we want and you satisfy the need of what we want. So therefore, we're gonna go after what we want. And then if you find out later, then we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with the after effect. But in the current, this is what we want. And that's just real. And the truth of the matter is, honestly, that's a messed up place for any woman to place a man. And I'm just being honest because I personally will never place a man in that position. That's just Nakia speaking. But Nakia knows women that have placed men in that level of a position, right? Whether we were teenagers going to high school together and you knew this, that, and the third, or whether we were adults. We all know people, and there are some men that have placed women in it, like my ex-husband, that have placed women in this position as well.
On purpose.
On purpose. So we have to be able to honestly decipher and maneuver amongst all of that. Like I had a dude really tell me that him and his wife had filed for divorce, and there was not one divorce paper filed with nobody's court.
Mendioso.
Oh, okay. That's all I'm saying, right?
Wow.
So that, unbeknownst to me, gets me involved in a situation of adultery that I literally was not privy to, right? So there are men that do it to women. There are women that do it to men. There's all shapes of all this stuff. But the purpose of today is to say, how do men feel about getting trapped in that level of deception or manipulation, right? Because that's what it is.
We
You know
turn
what I'm saying?
cold.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
we turn
right,
cold. We turn cold. So
right,
we hurt, and when we hurt, that's how it come out. We just turn cold.
right.
We numb to it, especially if you experienced or aged, or just life experience. So you aged in life from experience and trauma. You turn cold, and then they wonder why you are considered the bastard, the no good, the piece of shit, you all these things. But since we came from a woman and got our game from a woman, ultimately it could be they could be a part of our demise. Our mothers could be a part of the kind of man we are. And so it could be something that we pretty much just take on and we become cold as hell and they wonder why. But a woman, and if one woman allows that to happen to her from that man, he's the king of the world. So therefore, now he's going to go do it to everybody because he got away with it. You see? It's
Right.
a pattern.
It's a ripple effect.
Yeah, it's definitely a
Right. I
pattern. But
yeah. I think because we hurt different. Like it's no secret that women are emotionally stronger than us, right? So
yeah, I think so
they're
too.
able to deal and take things that we aren't able to take emotionally.
Do
Right?
y'all really think that? Let's pause. Do y'all really think that?
I
Not
don't agree with that. I believe your upbringing, and what you put into yourself determines your capacity to be able to deal with your emotions.
So would
Like,
you leave first if something? I'm sorry, Mark, to
No,
cut you
no.
off.
Right,
no, you're fine.
right, right.
Would you leave first? Say if something, a woman does something that is a deal breaker for you, you're gonna leave first, or you're gonna sit there and try to figure out and let the love outweigh what just happened, and you call it a deal breaker.
So honestly, you can deal with it with that person because you're going to deal with it regardless.
Yeah.
It depend on what the deal breaker is because
Mm.
there are some things that I'm just not willing.
So imagine if it was one of those things you're just
Darn,
not willing.
what happened to Teddy?
They're stronger to me because I feel like they will put up with stuff, even though I don't agree with them putting up with it, but they will tolerate more than men
We
we
would.
would.
Right, right,
It's not
right.
that we
That's what I
can't,
was.
we
That's right,
won't.
Let me
right,
say this.
right.
As
mm,
a woman, I tolerated a bunch of cheating, and there are a bunch of men that will not tolerate a bunch of
That's what I.
cheating.
That's what I was getting to. That's
However,
exactly
there
what
are a bunch of men that will tolerate being a side piece. So I don't know how you tolerate being a side and you don't tolerate being cheated on.
that's.
Because they
I,
never
But
consider
that's
her
I
as
that's
don't
their
that.
know.
Wait,
main.
wait.
They never wanted to
That's a
make her
choice.
that.
That's
Okay.
a
I don't even
I
know.
don't
one
know
of the
if
choices.
I don't know if that's necessarily true because at the end of the day, there's a whole group of men that some men call simps that put up with all types of cheating,
Sneak
What they
Simp.
all
call?
types of foolishness, and they just keep on dealing with it because either because they've never had a woman that beautiful,
Simps.
right?
Simp.
Yeah, never had a woman that beautiful, or you've never had a woman who could do things that she does sexually. So they'll put up with that and they'll keep going through it. There's a whole crew of men that go through that.
What
I
you
don't
call
know
them?
now. Where they at?
He says simps.
Yeah,
Simp.
simps. Like simple simps.
Ah,
They
Yeah.
basic. That's a
And
basic. They said basic, but he basic. So he was
yeah,
like Steve Urkel, and then he grew up and became Stefan. So because he ain't ever get the hot chick when he was Steve Urkel, he's now Stefan, and he's gonna put up with whatever because he has metamorphed into this, debonair. So
Yeah,
he's simp
yeah,
when it comes to
yeah.
his ideals because he never could bag
Right,
that in his life.
but even Stefan
right.
Urkel had to go back to being Stefan Urkel.
And inside he still is Steve Urkel.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the whole
right,
thing about
Still
it.
Urkel. He's
right,
still
He's still
inside.
right,
He's
Urkel.
still
He,
Steve Urkel.
that's why he's simp, because he's still
right.
Urkel. And the outside, he real cool. Like he really, all these girls like him now. So he geeked up but
Right.
inside he's still Urkel, so he's gonna put up with a lot of stuff. So I know, I know a lot of those people. Yeah, they
Yeah.
get cut. They become walking licks.
Nah,
I'm walking licks.
that shit
Walking licks.
that shit is a whole community.
Yeah.
Word.
It's almost like the guys, like if you ever complimented a woman on her photo, and it's like, baby, you know, you're not trying to compete, you're just commenting on her photo, and you will have a random guy after you comment like, "Yo, I'll eat your ass," and you're like, damn, bro, like so it's that group of men like that, like they do too much, or they just put up with shit and do shit that.
Look, Sincere, that's that one that you would put that little cup after and be like, nigga, you thirsty? Oh, okay. Thank
Like,
you.
but what
Thank you
I'm
for your
saying,
thirst.
more to what Jamel said, that thing, that's a real community. And I'm gonna be honest, the worst thing that the best thing for them and the worst thing for all alpha men that happen is when money became like money was always needed, but when it became
The only thing.
like right, they're always like, but now they know, because you don't need to look good no more. You don't even need to be clean. Long as you got money, you good.
They'll you can have 5 kids. You got to put them first. You could be front all your life, broke as hell, but you better not be broke for them. You better not be broke for them. That's crazy. I'll be like,
right.
So that's when it comes in. Like, damn, am I going to risk myself for that? Like,
right.
Worth it.
So,
we put ourselves first. We all types of motherfuckers because we said, nah, I'm not doing that. She put herself first. She tell us what she wanted.
They learned that, if I got some money, you know, I could get close to what he was saying when he said the girls they couldn't get. Yeah, the girls they couldn't get.
The popular chick.
Right. Once the Simps learned, like, if I get some money, I can get her. And so it simplified things.
They actually making it worse.
Right. That's it. Right, exactly.
Because now that's all the girls are gonna go.
Right. So then when a female meets a real man, like say if she dealt with, we ain't gonna call all those that she dealt with Simps, but let's say she dealt with a man who did everything when she said it, how she said it, at the moment she said it. She starts to believe that any guy she deal with should do the same thing.
Should do it. Absolutely.
Should do the same thing.
Absolutely.
And which is why women fall into the pattern of dating the same man over and over again, even though it's a different dude.
Ooh.
You understand?
Same
like
spirit, different face. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Right.
That become the characteristics for them of a good guy.
So why me, like, let's say hypothetically, me, Teddy, Jamil, Don, Jamal, all of us look different, and this girl dated us, right?
She wouldn't want me. I wouldn't want her.
Right. If three of us was Simps, she's gonna expect the last two to be too. Well, my other 3 used to do this, or my other 3 made sure I had.
And I definitely won't be a simp either. I'll probably be the girl wanting a simp. So no. Don't put me out the equation.
But you know what's the crazy part about it? You have people like, I call this guy the king of the simps, Derek Jackson.
Don't talk about
him, bro. I hate him, bro.
Why do y'all hate Derek Jackson?
He's the king of the simps.
Y'all
he put the battery in women's mouths to believe that every man should just be slaves to them. Men can never be right. Men can never have
his purpose.
Yo,
no. He has a great point. I'm gonna tell you what he does. He learned how to get paid off playing on women's triggers.
Yes, sir.
What he mastered.
Yes, sir.
He mastered how to play on y'all triggers. And once you got the Me Too movement behind you, you pretty good out here.
Yeah, clickbait. Checkmate, we got one.
All you see is women in his comments. Yes, like his word is gold. First of all, let's be honest. he's full of shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He's like,
No, he really is
men
though.
can see
No,
it.
he really is.
Right.
No, we all really. It's more of us that feel like that, Nakia, than support that guy. He's right. He's right.
He's full of shit, and most men can see right through it. It's just
We
that
see right through him.
because he speaks to the things women be thinking, women think he's telling the truth. So
Yeah.
we be looking at him. I'm on the burning hell. I mean that, like, because he says
Whoa.
things. He says things that it like he automatically it's not giving a fair shake to men. He throws us right under the bus, and it's like, bro, be objective. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make it fully about, oh, it's only about how she feel. I would love to see how his at-home life is, because I'm sure he fuck up like the rest of us do.
What do you mean at
understand?
home, bro? He can't say that stuff at home. He always in his car.
You ain't gonna see his at home, man. That's why he said in the car.
That's why he
said it called a radio station. He ain't doing that.
That's his job. He's trying to get that
She
money.
know the real him.
That same woman he telling y'all.
Right, but like I said, he found a way to get paid off triggering the things that women believe. Right. He mastered it.
Let us understand one thing. He triggers broken women.
Yep.
Yeah.
True indeed.
Yep.
There is a very big difference between women that are whole and women that are broken.
I wouldn't say that. Not just broken women.
Though.
He got both.
Women. He had both.
He got both.
I don't know, because he don't trigger me no more. I used to watch him when I was broken. I was like, yes, Derek. But
some people have flawed mindsets. You know, I wouldn't really say that they were broken. They just have a flawed mindset. If that's what they've seen their whole life, that's their norm.
I was broken. I didn't see that shit.
It's okay. You came to the light.
One train of thought.
I think Jamel brought him up. Thank you for bringing him up.
Most definitely. It's crazy because being in church, and this is what I notice a lot too. Marcus, I think you can get with me on this. Jamal, you might be able to too. How many times we see a pastor or a preacher preaching, if that man ain't got this, then you kick that man out. If the man ain't got this, and if a man and he's just triggering, and the women in there just going crazy.
And when they leave there, what's gonna happen? A fight. They man getting out.
It's a fight or a situationship.
Yeah, it's like, I went to church and my mom was changed. I got saved. Somebody spoke to me. No, that was that fucking pastor that spoke to you, okay? And I was in church one fucking time with football, and now my shit on the porch. That's what that is.
What happened? Shit be on the porch?
Yeah. All it takes is
people getting put out.
Hell yeah.
Let me say this. I love y'all. And we've been on here for 2 hours and 22 seconds. I really do love y'all.
Love you too, boo. I got you.
I love y'all.
Somebody come up here. I'm coming up here. Fuck it.
And we have really...
That number is very significant.
It is. I had to call it out. I really want to say that we've been on here for a while, and I appreciate everything that everybody has given off to everybody that has been watching and or that will be watching, right? So closing remarks. I want everybody to give something closing, because we're going to do this again. Like I said,
Part 2.
I had a lot of questions, and we really only hit like maybe 3 or 4 of them.
2.5. That shit to me. You did that list.
That was the first time I got talking points from you.
Marcus, you almost got the finger, and I had to realize where I was at.
It's fine. It's fine if I would have got the finger. I appreciate it. You know.
Oh shit.
However,
Mark, don't talk about my friend like that. Hold up, I gotta stand up for my friend.
Thank you, friend.
You don't gotta stand up. She know I mean nothing by it.
Okay. I'm a stepper, so I would have stood up. I'm a real big stepper for that. I'm a stickler.
Friend, I was like, where's my friend? Why friend ain't show up? But it's okay. I understand. It's all right.
I'm a fella. I'm one of the guys. You know,
Yeah, you are.
like the other guy said,
Definitely.
I play for the other team.
Fran would have showed up. I might have. If Fran would have showed up, I might have twerked for everybody. I'm
Oh,
joking.
you ain't tell me to come
Anyway,
over though. I would have came over.
I'm joking.
Yo, see,
Everybody need to see that shit.
See, you about to send some guys on here on cycles.
That shit is special.
But
Anyway, getting
Oh,
back to what I
wow.
was saying,
she
I really
gonna twerk and be
shut
sore
up,
tomorrow.
sincere. First of all, I
Damn.
won't be sore tomorrow.
Oh, you got
see,
tomorrow.
he said you gonna twerk and be sore tomorrow. That's your age.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna be
What
sore
I
on
say?
Friday, not tomorrow, but Friday, that's a different story. Friday and Sunday, I might be sore as hell.
I go
You
to
better
gym
get
too
you some
Friday.
turmeric or something.
I
I
take
go to
you
gym
through
too
every
Friday.
day. First of all, let's just be real. If y'all
She gonna
saw
do
me
the
on
busted
the
challenge with a walker.
shut up, sincere. If y'all saw
Damn.
me doing a squat rack before the busted challenge, I was at ATF. There was no water there. We were just straight killing it on that squat rack. Thank you very much.
No
No,
Poland
wait,
Spring.
wait, real quick. Hey, Don, as a trainer, right? I don't be caring about seeing your footage and nothing like that because right after you did that footage, your ass was hurting. You know what I mean? So
First of all, don't pause. Don't did I not walk out of there? No, don't laugh at him. Did I not walk out of there?
Yeah, you walked out regular.
Oh, okay. Get it together.
You
Sir,
got this. You got this, friend.
me and my good 39 and a half, damn near 40 walked up out of there, okay? She know how to do that squat rack. Also, Donnie, let's tell the truth. Now, a few months ago, I didn't know how to, I couldn't do deadlifts, could I?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a fact.
But,
Oh, the struggle was real over here.
I'm proud of you, friend. You graduated.
Sir, don't act like the struggle was real. Don't do me. However,
Struggle was real.
Oh shit.
let's act
I
like
mean, it was so many failed attempts over here.
Damn.
She killing it now though.
thank
All right,
you.
friend, you got this.
And I do extra deadlifts. Do I not do extra?
I only pick one. I only pick one, right? Because when she first asked me about this panel, we was talking, and she slipped up and she called me like a youngin', you know, like, and that was a trigger for me, right? So I asked her to knit me a sweater. So,
damn.
You know, so you know, so we start going back and forth. She wanted to play the old card with me. So I told her go watch Murder She Wrote. So she was going back
in the heat of the night.
Get the fuck out of here.
So you know,
yeah, we took it down.
That's way back here.
Disrespectful self. Go ahead. It's okay though.
Well, no, she tried to make me feel like you know how old people try to make you feel like you just came out the womb. Like
But
that's
you
how she's
keep
trying to make
saying
me
old
feel.
people though.
But it's a beautiful thing to be old.
It sure the fuck is. I'm
It
older
is.
than Yeah,
I'm
cool with it too.
Them numbers count up. It's beautiful. The way to work.
Marcus.
I'm up there with you. What you talking about? We the same age. It ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, somebody tell me fucking lie.
Right. See, I don't know. I was actually giving her. I told her like it's like wine. Wine get better with time. Right? Can I
Marcus,
say that
capping.
to you?
Marcus capping. He got to be fucking capping.
What you talking about?
You is not her fucking age.
I'm on the same ladder. I'm on the same couple steps.
Not no time soon, brother. She's in a whole nother chapter. You in the chapter somewhere around me. I thought you told me you was in your 30s.
Yeah.
He is his girlfriend.
Oh wow, she's trying to.
Marcus is the one that told me I need to date younger men. Didn't you say that?
I did say that. I stand by that.
That was the last thing.
That still ain't work. That ain't gonna work. I don't.
I told her that too. I said the same exact thing with the conversation. I said, listen,
you gotta catch one on the come up.
Right.
On the come up DVD.
First of all, you know what?
I mean, he gonna make you feel good.
What?
Excuse me.
What kind of shit is that?
Oh my
I ain't
God.
say all that.
This is why we're gonna end this right now because
What?
boy, y'all trying to turn this on the Kia.
Wait.
No,
Before y'all
we
think,
definitely.
No, I don't
before
understand.
y'all,
Say, put,
no.
no.
Me and her, we gel like that. So I'm always gonna tease her
He
about her
he
age.
does.
No, but
I
friend,
mean,
we talked
we
last
gel.
time. You said you don't want the son, you want the daddy.
We want the daddy.
That's what you said. That's what we agreed on for you.
Come on, daddy.
Okay, wow. Yeah,
There you
okay.
go.
Yeah. Now we're going to After Dark to see that shit last time. Okay. Wow.
I can't hang after dark. I gotta go to work. And I'm spoken for, so my dinner is waiting for me.
She better come on here. Listen here. Any man
Look.
that know me know I cook. That's real. Point blank.
Hey.
Listen, making
You ain't got
oodles
to
and
worry
noodles
about
don't count as cooking.
Pause. You trying to play me out?
Okay. Oh shit.
No. I'm gonna speak up for you. I done seen the stuffed salmon, the other dishes you done made on
Thank
Facebook.
you, Mark.
Yeah, and I was over there. You had food you cooked.
I ain't never got none.
Was it good?
Well, I don't eat after 6 o'clock, so it was after dark.
First of
So
all,
I ain't had none.
all my food is good. Everything I serve is good. Let's just put that there.
Wow, friend, we going there with it.
Listen here, lock and key. It is there.
Wow,
I respect
friend.
that.
Now,
I don't know too many old people who can't cook, so that sounds about right.
You know what's
Man,
sincere?
that's disrespectful as fuck.
You know what's sincere?
Y'all guys, I mean, I'm saying y'all have so many recipes, herbs and spices and all type of like, you know what I mean?
Ointments and tinctures.
Right. Home remedies.
Marcus, you was the one that said go for the younger, and here you are over here with
gassing, straight gassing. You know what?
Thank
Because it's a fellas night. It's a fellas night, so he gassing. My guy is gassing because it's fellas night.
Yo, you know what? I appreciate those home remedies. It works. They work. I know, and I know she's listening right now. They work. I fuss and I complain. I give her a hard time about it, but they work. So I appreciate her and her wisdom and that meal.
And we bless her for all of her wisdom.
Yes, we do. Bless her.
All right, y'all. It's 2 hours and 31 minutes.
Kid.
Yes, sincere.
Cool. I like teasing her. Yeah, she cool.
You do, and it's cool because this is what we do. It's all right. We would literally do this all night long. It's okay until I fall asleep, and that's just what it is. So we crack jokes.
See, look. Only people just randomly fall asleep. You see what I'm saying? She does this to herself.
I be trying not to give him the finger, but it just can't. It just can't help it. So, oh my God,
bro, she gives.
Goodbye.
To me all night, right? And she gives me so much ammo. She gives me so much ammo to bother her. I have to take it. Who randomly? I'm gonna fall asleep. Like, what's wrong with you?
Shit. Oh, damn. I do it. I do it too. So hey, shit. Wait,
Thank
hold
you,
up.
friend.
I'll be like knocked up 2.5. I ain't gonna
2.5.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm out. I'm gone.
Look, friend, you wanna know why? Because the same one he be talking about that he want to split certain bills with is the same one that got to work in the morning. You feel me? Therefore, goodbye.
That's a hustler. That's a hustler. Hell yeah.
Goodbye. Ain't nobody got time to be on the phone with you harassing the person that got to work all day long. No.
I get up early as hell. I'll be up at 6:30.
I'm gonna let you get that so you can go rub yourself down with some Geritol. All right.
I ain't that old, so you talking about you and the kid. Shit.
No, you talking about me? I ain't got Geritol. I don't know what you talking about.
I'm talking about the kid.
I ain't that motherfucker old, so shit.
He ain't talking about me. I ain't got no rub down with no damn Geritol.
Now I might put a little vapor.
Listen here, but let me tell you something. The fact that he's 29, 27, however years old, and know about Geritol, some hoe done tried to trap him off for getting her pregnant though, because that is the ultimate pregnancy vitamin for women. Geritol.
Speak clear. No, I love old women. Yo, I'm gonna just be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying? That who had to take Geritol. We know.
Listen. With old women, you ain't gotta teach them how to do nothing. They practically pros at the 2-hand twist. You ain't. I mean, they
Janelle!
You know what? He
get
got jokes for days. He got
yo,
jokes for
they get
sale.
straight. They get straight to it. You ain't gotta teach them nothing. I'm just giving the folks, the viewers, some
Like he
good
got jokes
Indians
for
before
sale.
we
He got jokes for sale.
right.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Like, so they when you get an older woman, it's like you don't have to ask for shit that you gotta ask young girls to do. Like I like, you understand? Like
They still got time, because you know what? He be in the gym for 7 hours, like he said. He got time today.
Right.
He on go. He ready on go.
We love Sincere. We love you. We appreciate you. We want you to know that we respect you. And it's time for us to go.